Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the table. I want to start off real quick with a quick message to a friend of mine and the community and the channel. By the way, you got Tech Cam on over there. There you go. No. I received a message earlier on, I think like kind of while I was asleep last night. There's a bit of a time zone difference. They're really feeling a lot of stress around the holiday season, and I think we can all kind of feel that. I know I've been hit really hard with the seasonal depression, but this message was a little disconcerting. So if you're out there and you are hearing this, I know you often tune into the streams when you can. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's all right for you. I shot you a message back, and for anybody out there right now that may need to hear this, times they can get hard, and nobody can tell you how to process them. Only you can figure out how to process them yourself. It is very difficult to navigate life, especially moving into adulthood where you have all these new fun responsibilities that taxes, bills, rent, job, all these things can really pile up on you, especially around the holiday season when you feel like all of a sudden a lot more is expected of you. Just remember that for every bad time there is out there, there will always be some good. The old phrase goes, this too shall pass. If you're dealing with a rough time now, just remember that you have the power to see it through. And no matter where you are in your station in life, there is always something that you can do to make it better. You can always find something about yourself that you can say, like, what can I do to make something like this a little easier for me? What can I do to make this situation better? Is it learning a new skill? Is it practicing old skills and just reforming new things? Maybe it's doing something completely different and jumping out there and trying something completely new. And even if it doesn't work out, maybe at least you'll have some fun doing it and learn a little bit more about yourself. So if you need that this time of year, please take that to heart. The only way that a situation isn't going to get better is if everything's over. So please take heart, be strong, and hit me up if you're hearing this.
Definitely. I would.
Sorry to start that out on such a downer note, but at this time of year,
it's important stuff to say, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's stuff people need to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time of year, it's extra important for everybody to be good to each other and to yourselves, to be patient with each other and yourselves.
Yeah.
There have certainly been some nights where I've just been like going to bed like, I'd be okay not waking up. And that's a scary thought.
Yeah, no, that's not a
it's
fun
a thought
to
that
have.
people have.
Yeah.
And
It's not a good place
you
to
power through it and you realize that there's always a better way.
Absolutely.
So stay strong. Now, let's make with the yucks because that's why we're here. We're here to entertain. We're not here to depress. But if you needed that message, please take it. So where will we leave off?
So we've had a lot of fun
I'm
today.
going to pass this to you now.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me just catch that baton. Okay, hit me in the face. Let me pick it up. Last we left our heroes.
They were consuming a bunch of troglodytes in a horrific dark mass of horror.
Some good old boys back from the Forgotten Kingdom somehow found a way through the portal that was at the base of the ocean and found themselves in the Acropolis. And they said to themselves, oh, wait a minute. We're hungry. We know what hunger feels like now that we're not feeling crippling pain and agony at the bottom of the seabed.
Yeah. Dagon, the one question Dagon forgot to ask was, these boys over here, did you eat them? But I guess that doesn't matter anymore because most of them have been consumed.
Well, I mean, you could still make medical checks.
I don't see the difference it makes. Most of them have either fallen off the Acropolis through the waterfall or have been devoured by Chick's belly.
Well, the moment last we left, you guys had just finished combat, so
Correct.
I can gladly show you what's on the other side if you decide to walk over
Absolutely.
yonder.
So let's switch over to the combat map here.
Yep. We are still in mid-crawl.
There we go. Ah, but we don't have the screen up.
Oh no.
Tisk, tisk. There we go.
So, yeah,
Let's try to full screen that as much as possible. Brian, do you want to help over there? There we go. We're training in Tyler to help out with tech station stuff over here in case, you know.
Speaking of speaking of being good to yourselves and each other, like, Brian might want a vacation one day.
Yeah,
and we'd
so,
like
you know,
to...
be nice to have people available to help.
Yeah, exactly.
The odds and ends of the D&D tech station and whatnot.
Behind the curtain. Speaking of behind the curtain, now I'm trying to get this thing to... I don't want to edit or change anything game. I want to actually reveal something to my players. That would be super swell.
Yeah. The tablet tech on this is not great, as we have...
Well, that and I also have ham fingers, and you need very delicate baby hands to touch these things. It will be revealed, I promise you.
The mysteries of this land shall find.
Yeah, we might have to get a little, like, wheeled cart we can just put beside you to set a laptop on, because I know, behind that DM screen, it can get a little cramped.
Space is not exactly copious.
Yeah.
Here we go, reveal areas. Thank God.
In the meantime, Ezra just stares at the big black bubble that you've created and just... So
And,
is that like...
and Dagon, before the
Before
vitality
the healing,
proc,
yeah.
just... Fucking...
Ezra's just looking at this like, so like, do you know what's going on in there? Do you see it?
That should all be revealed.
Yeah,
There we go,
we
yes.
can see it now.
Yeah, we see across the way there. Are those boys dead? Or
Well, that's the
skeletons?
Side, that's the side you were on. So I'm pretty much just opening up the area where the trogs were blocking off before you can go past.
So, like, these skulls here, though.
these
Yeah,
skeletons.
we have to move the combat map sometimes, too.
Oh, yeah.
In order to reveal areas.
Oh, these
Okay, there you
these
go.
Scutals, they're actually not supposed to be there.
Okay,
Hey,
all right.
perfect.
Well, goodbye.
That was actually all the tokens for the enemies.
Gotcha, okay.
All right, so they melted. And or fell in the river.
Yep.
Something happened to
Well,
it.
actually, no, that's not. That's actually fair. You froze one dude, so he's right there.
Awaiting his judgment.
So that mimic that got hucked at Dagon.
Oh, he went behind the.
Yeah, he's in this little thing behind me, right?
Stall.
Yeah, he's in the purple stall right there.
Once Chick's stomach disappears, Dagon just kind of turns around. Hello again.
You're just looking at the stall. For all you know, he fell. He
Oh,
went under.
I'm leaning in and like looking in at it.
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation, that is a 15.
All right. You are talking to the corpse of a skeletal elf lady who is sitting there on the floor, Fallout style,
Oh, maybe I've met you before.
painting a picture of a woman who was trying to get something out from underneath the stall. And when you look into there, you actually see that there was a short sword. She was trying to reach for it before she met her demise.
I'll hop. I don't see I don't see the chest that was hucked at
You
me.
do
at
not
all.
see the. You're looking for the chest, but that's all you see.
All right, I hop in and I grab the short sword.
Basic make short sword. It's very pretty. It looks like it's a very nice artisan sword that was made for display, but it looks like the blade works just fine.
A working short sword. Add that to the list of things that I own.
There are a few little brochures around where she's like sitting. They're kind of torn up and look a little burnt. Nothing that looks like the trogs actually did, because you know by looking at the trogs you would have known that like this entire area would have been covered in that sludge that's around them because of their curse. Well,
I don't know.
you don't know
They
that.
leave a
but-
slime trail.
Yeah, they
and
left-
These are the only of their type I've ever met.
Yep. So whatever was here singed the corpse so bad that it just completely vaporized their flesh into skeleton form.
Look out for fire moving through, by the way. This person is, I'd say beyond extra crispy. It's kind of to the bone.
All right, noted.
I'm going to go ahead and drop a resistance spell on myself, just on the off chance.
Alrighty.
Just in case you need it.
Yeah, it's a cantrip. There's no reason not to.
Well, Dagon will begin this perilous small bridge crossing.
It's not so perilous. You got railings. It's fine.
Okay.
You get on the other side. You see a well that's filled with those little light crystals that were up on the waterfall that give off that same kind of like bioluminescent cleaning feel. Like the moment you get near them, you feel the grime and the dirt from battle just kind of like ebb off your flesh. So whatever these crystals are, they emit some kind of purity spell.
Can I take a pouch full of these crystals?
You can.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at these crystals as well. Are there enough kind of to go around?
You have about 10 in them in this well, and they pretty much just give off a small bioluminescent light, enough to just fill whatever space you're standing in. It's a light blue glow. Like I said, when you pick it up, like the closer whatever filth or dirt is near this material, when it's not considered clean, it completely like starts to like push it off.
Do we each want some of these, or
Yeah, I was gonna
There
say.
is 10 of them in here.
all right? If there are 10 of them between 3 of us, Dagon will take 3.
Whatever, I will say this, whatever you take, whatever item you decide to store them in, it gives off that radiation glow, or that radiant glow, so now you pretty much have a light source on you at all times.
All right, so I have like a small, what would be like a burlap bag tied with this in it. So
But sitting at the base of that are 2 chests.
I will inspect one of these chests.
I'm gonna poke the other one with a short sword.
Just doing an investigation check. 5.
You remember that the Trogs were kind of guarding something, saying, here, put your stuff in here so we can eat. You're just thinking that since this is closer to where the Trogs were, that this is where the real goodies are.
Okay. This is where they were fooding.
Do the chests appear locked?
No. When Dagon was poking it with a short sword, he kind of like nudged it up a bit and went like kind of just he hopped the top of it and it kept closing in on itself.
All right, well, it doesn't seem alive. I'm gonna go investigate the corpse of the frozen trog.
Well, I will go ahead and open up this chest and see what's inside.
Which one? The one on the left or the right?
The left, I suppose.
The left? All right.
I'll open the one on the right.
The bigger one.
You find at least 2 silver necklaces, 1 silver ring, and oh geez, yeah. And you find 3 wedding rings.
Ooh.
3 wedding rings.
Silver one could have been a wedding ring too. You just don't know they're, you know.
Oh no, this one has Elvish inscribed in it.
Ah, okay. We're playing Red Dead now.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate. Platinum pocket watch.
Nice.
That's worth $25.
Not online, it ain't. That's worth $250.
Open chewing tobacco.
Horse reviver.
I do speak Elvish. I've never canonically stated that I read Elvish, but with a knowledge roll of 19, can I make out what it says?
Oh yeah, it just like says like the husband and wife's name on it. It's pretty much just naming off these people, like saying, "Hey, now you know this is a wedding ring."
Gotcha.
So,
We hereby proclaim their eternal love between Pistachio and Sally.
Come back to me, my love.
I'm nuts for you.
It is a common name in Hebrew.
there's also 15 rubies stashed in that box.
Ooh.
So and in the other box, who was opening it?
I was opening that one.
You open that, you find elven guts inside of it.
Ooh.
They had plenty of meat. What are they bitching about?
What?
They didn't want to eat apparently hearts, pancreas, intestines, anything that wasn't just straight meat. So pretty much like
starvation, pretty picky.
pretty much when you gut a duck, you take out the guts out of it and just take the meat.
Oh, you got the bad chest. You want to share mine?
With a bit of a retch, Ezra just kind of closes it. Just, don't think there's anything we're gonna need in there.
It makes great shock bait.
It is kind of confusing though. You are right that why would they be this picky?
Yeah, I'm examining this frozen boy. I've never seen these folk.
They look kind of like a mixture between wide-mouthed frogs and like lizard people, but like it's kind of like lizard like face going into the shoulders and going into the claws, but the rest of it kind of like looks like a caveman.
All right. As this one is frozen, I'm going to go ahead and do what we were thinking about last time and snap its head off.
Athletics check.
All right. Athletics check, 19. I shall name you Mimir.
Well, now you have a trog head.
We have a trog head.
But
You two know what's gonna happen once that thing thaws.
we shouldn't.
Now, I'm gonna just throw this out there, Captain Ezra. But remember when you became the king of the frog people?
Oh, I think about it every day.
And you're the god of the trogs.
I mean, it's true.
I'm just saying, if we run into any more, it might be handy.
Are you saying this is a crown for your king?
Might be able to fashion it as such. It'd probably take a minute.
Well, that's... he adjusts his top hat, which he's been trying to
I'm
keep.
going to just tell you this: if you're going to wear this thing as a crown from the base of the neck,
Ezra's turning this idea down. Don't you worry. Or at least he's going to attempt to. I guess these guys can talk me into it.
Well, if you like, I can still describe what would happen if you put this thing on your head.
What's your wisdom save like? We can make this happen. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, think of it this way: this thing's lips, when they sag down, look like they can go over your head, almost like one of those like caps with the little flaps on the side, like from South Park.
Just don't let him bite down.
Ezra like looks at the head for a little bit, as if considering.
Yeah, Dagon's just sitting there like, it'll make great for intimidation if we run into any more of these. Not knowing that it's still alive.
Exactly. I don't know, it just seems real gooey, and I've got this nice new armor now, and this really fancy
Oh,
hat.
don't worry, I'll take care of it. Does it have hair on the top of its head?
No.
Oh, this is going to be awkward. I'm going to fashion some of that elven rope we have, just kind of take it apart into its stringy components.
Mimir style.
Yeah, basically like take it and like wrap it around like a little like parcel so that it can hang from my belt.
Awesome.
All right.
That's going to be a little uncomfortable because the head is huge. It's you know how when you're walking around at a con with one of the bags that you have at your side, and like after an hour you're just like, Jesus, I hate this fucking thing.
How big are these things? Because I'm assuming they were medium creatures when we were fighting them.
They are, but like their features are still kind of wide and bulky.
Okay, so their head is disproportionate to their
It's like,
body.
it's like a frog head, how it's like most of its head body.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so this thing is like you're carrying around. I'm not saying it's going to weigh this much, but it's like you're carrying around a 15-pound extra something on the side of you.
All right. Well, at some point we'll find some voodoo person that can shrunken head style this thing for
You
me.
can pickle it. I'm sure you'll find a way.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got this potion of diminution that I'm not using for anything.
How long does it last?
That is a very good question.
If it's just a regular potion, I'm gonna say it's probably gonna last you like an hour.
Makes sense. I'll just deal with it for now.
Okay. Well, now you have a trog head.
Then instead of wearing it on my belt, I'll just like kind of like slap it on my back next to Chick.
Okay.
Slung on the shoulder. Just keep an eye on it. That's all I ask.
Hey, by the way,
You heard him, Chick.
1d4 hours, according to the internet.
1 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 1.
Okay, that's fine.
If it lasts any longer than that, consult a doctor.
Nick, roll me a. I apologize. Roll me an insight check.
Insight. Natural 20. All right.
Natural 20. Chick's vocabulary is getting like slurrier and slower the more and more you spend time in the Acropolis.
Don't confuse this for me caring too much, Chick, but are you all right?
He tells you that remember how he tells you that he's a reach for the entire being of what he's supposed to be, so he's like an extension?
I recall hearing that from somebody else. Somebody wanted to keep that to themselves.
Well, now that you've heard that, I guess it's common knowledge for everyone else. So Chick's just like, okay, so remember how I'm apparently an extension of the actual being itself?
I recall.
The actual being lives in the bottom of the ocean. We're heading upwards.
So what happens if you get too far away exactly? Do you even
doesn't
know? Oh, well. It'll be an interesting experiment, to say the least.
He like you can't see it, but like the eye on his hilt is squinting.
I mean, I'm out of spell slots, so his use to me is pretty done for right now.
I know you were already investigating the frozen trog man, but I'm gonna see if he has like any valuables on him that he might have taken for himself off these.
You would have to
corpses.
dethaw him.
Ah, okay, well then never mind. Look at a nice statue, I say, clinking the ice and not investigating it.
All right. Well, like I said, you guys now have more vision to see what's behind you or nearby. So, have at that as you will.
And I'm gonna go investigate this. I heard things running away, right?
You heard the one thing running away, which then ended up being this frozen trog. The others jump in the water.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess I just didn't know how many there were here, and nor will I guess.
There is a bookcase right here.
I was gonna say I was gonna investigate that. Actually, no, that's pretty damn well. I thought that was only a 7. That's a 17 with +2, 19. Wow.
I get a 6. Is this a library?
Maybe. There are a lot of books here.
At one point.
A bad library, though.
Well, a couple of these books actually look like handwritten. They're leather bound with no title on them. There's little quills of ink right next to them, so it does look like someone used these for quite a lot of things.
So this place was a study of sorts,
A
almost.
book factory, if you will.
Popping open a couple of these books with my investigation, what are they exactly?
A lot of them are information for new employees to figure out what this entire place below is for. This little like basement area where the water is going through, this is a water filtration system. It's also a sort of way to let the roots underground gather water as well above them.
I think of all the disgusting lizard people that fell in there.
There are a couple of other things in here too, stating that it states a couple of invoices for like soil, other materials used to find things, used to garden. A lot of brochures claiming about a festival, or not even just like the it does talk about the coronation, but more or less it's like, hey, do you want to buy some new flowers? Do you want to grow a certain plant?
Okay, so we're in HR.
Yeah,
right
you're pretty much in the
filing
HR
center.
room.
If Dagon, Ezra, if the trogs got the way they are by drinking unicorn blood and they're in the water and people drink the water,
The plants drink the water, not so much the people.
or the plants drink the water, I'm just real scared what's going to happen to them plants. Are they going to become immortal horrors from beyond the grave too?
Well,
Considering one already ate me, I think we're halfway there.
Ezra looks into the water that the trogs have surely fallen into at this point.
At least a few of them.
I mean, it's one of those things where that might be a concern later, but I don't know if there's a lot we can do about it now.
Just let
global warming, got it.
Just let him know. Just let whoever's in charge, that nice turtle man that we met. Let him know.
Yeah, he seems like a responsible type.
Yeah.
So responsible, we ended up here.
Fair point.
I mean,
That wasn't his fault.
I mean, true.
We don't know
As
that.
far as we know.
Well, either way,
Over on the other side, there is a...
Yeah, I see this hatch over
There
here.
is a hatch.
I was
It
gonna
looks
say.
like it's spring-loaded.
All right. I tell everybody, just like, stand back, I'll check it. Unless you wish to check it, Captain. You are a little more nimble than I.
I was gonna say, let me have a gander at this old hatch, and we can see what's going on in there. I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know, would it be a dexterity check to try and open it and see if there's like any sort of trapping mechanism?
Oh,
or-
that'd be
There's a check.
investigation.
Yeah, investigation is check for traps.
Okay. Six.
You press your hand on top of the latch.
Slap.
Yeah.
Seems safe.
Yeah, you kind of like try to see like where the pressure plate is, but it doesn't feel like it doesn't go down, even though like you can almost kind of feel like something's pressing on the back of it,
Okay.
but you don't feel any ill intention from opening this.
Then Ezra opens it. Just gonna go ahead and pry this open and see what goes.
All right. You unlatch it. It opens up by itself, not even giving you a chance to even grab the entire metal bar as it springs up a ladder.
Hey! Looks like I figured out the puzzle, guys.
Well
We're
done,
going
Captain.
up.
Well done.
Allow me to take us into this brave new world as I climb up the ladder that is sprung forth.
All right, one quick second. Gotta make a few quick adjustments.
No problem. I'll take up the rear.
Ladders are for landlubbers, pistachio. Hold it up above me and ascend Mary Poppins style.
Just hold the broom vertically.
You just keep putting the broom over the different rungs of the ladder so it's slowly raising you.
Keep up this ladder talk, boys. I'm revealing shit.
No worries. We're pretty decent at vamping.
Yep, we're good at that ladder patter.
Yeah.
Quite a few steps involved here with this ladder, but we'll find it. We'll get there eventually.
That has a rung of truth to it.
Yeah, I don't think we can. Oh, damn it. I was going to say, I don't think it's possible for this to have been wrung dry by now.
There we go.
Well, so long as we don't get under it, we should stay lucky.
All right. Whole new map.
All right. We should...
Oh, yeah, gonna take some down scrolling for you.
yeah, you're going to have to scroll a little bit. You are in a new area.
There we are.
You can also zoom out if you want. There's that little bar off to the side.
There you go.
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
hey, look at this.
now we
We're
can
back
see.
at the level we was at.
Well, you were right about one thing, Eloy. This does lead you into a very elaborate-looking library. This entire location, just by first glance, there are a bunch of tables that have materials used for alchemic purposes. It's not on there because there are no tokens on Roll20 that I could find that
Yeah, it's all
befit
good.
that. So theater of the mind, lots of more books. These are way more dirty than less organized than the one downstairs. These have
So we're in the adult section.
I was gonna say these are dirty books.
yeah, we have random scrolls falling off the side, but they're still kind of like hanging onto the shelves. There's beakers and glasses hanging all around these tables. There are stone etchings that almost look like symbols of Selima. So it looks like there is a little bit of ritualistic know-how going on in here when this is happening. But it doesn't look like there's any exit out of this room other than the way you just came in.
Okay. Ezra starts investigating this nearby bookshelf.
Same to Dagon with this one on the western wall,
All right.
or eastern wall.
With me in single-digit investigation rolls today. 9.
A 9? All right.
Dagon must have come across a shelf written in a different language because that's an unnatural 0.
Hey!
Unnatural 0.
All right. Before we move on to anything else, what is Eloy going to do?
Preternatural.
I'll poke around this alchemy jazz some with
Yeah!
a 4 in investigation.
Woo!
We're doing real good here.
Blind leading the blind up in this piece.
All right, so I'm going to have to lead with these first.
Oh boy.
All right, let's see. Okay. Ezra, you start fingering through some books, trying to find something that makes sense. A lot of these texts are written almost in a weird, nonsensical way, but it does look like there's, words that you can make out.
Okay.
This is the book that you grab that gets, that you read through that kind of, sings to you the most.
Okay. Do you want me to just read
Yes.
this aloud as I see it? Okay.
Yes.
Lorem ipsum dolor sit amet, consectator apissing elit, integer alicut, felice in accusmen, tincadunt, nimit nunc efficatur massa, lasinia finibus nunc diem in arcu, donec el vestublium tortu. Or tortor, sorry. My accent's getting a little ahead of me.
No, it's fine.
The beginning of this sounded very familiar. Is this
Replace the walls!
Click. Everyone hears an audible click, but nothing in the room moves. You don't have to read that anymore.
I was gonna say, there's a lot more nonsense after
Oh
that.
yeah, no. Don't worry.
Can I try to make a perception to see if I could hear where the click came from?
Before we do that, you
Gotcha.
wanted to look at one of the other shelves.
I got an unnatural 0, man. I'm flicking through this stuff. I might have just drowsed out.
Let me roll something real quick.
God, boring. When do we kill things?
I was gonna say, with my role, Ezra's basically.
Okay, yeah,
junk.
you're pretty much at this point. You're not even looking at the picture so much. You're not even looking at the book so much as you're thumbing through some of the pictures. A lot of it's just notes about other plants. Some of them are about elvish darkwood, and you're just oh my god, I could not care less about this.
Boring.
All right, so now you can roll that perception.
All right. Then I hear the click and perception check of a 12.
It was so faint you can't tell where it came from.
Was that my neck?
Oh shit, nat 20. Do I hear where it came from?
Eloy, you hear that there was a click coming from the far left side of the entire wall.
I think it came from over this way, y'all.
I'm still gesticulating and reading these words.
If you say so. I throw the book I was reading over my shoulder. They weren't taking care of it.
All right. Well, like I said, you guys are in. Well, now you guys are standing in the back row. This is where you roughly heard the clicking noise, but you don't exactly know what could have caused it. By the way, you were thumbing through all this stuff on the table, right?
Right.
There were 2 vials that were glowing with a neon glow, almost like it's some kind of like enhancement potion that you've seen in other potion shops before, but you couldn't never tell what the contents of them are, but one is glowing neon green and one is glowing neon blue. They are about like the size of your finger, so they're tiny little test tubes.
Ooh, if we mix them, then we'll get some fun results.
Can anybody make hide nor hair of this?
This be not.
You'd have to tell me what you're rolling for.
I wanted to figure out what they were, or if I knew anything about them. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say natural wonders for whichever one I would have needed.
I'm guessing an arcana.
Well, there were multiple ways you could have went about it, so I'm going to ask what you wanted to do.
I just wanted to look them over and, like, basically get a sense for exactly what they were. Like, maybe even just by, like, you know, dipping my pinky in and, like, rubbing it on my gums or something.
Ooh, okay, well, that's a con check, but...
Well, natural 1 on the con check. Let's see here. What happened?
Your mouth burns. You rummage your tongue where the wound is, and you spit. Pops a piece of flesh from the inside of your mouth.
Oh, that was a bad idea. Oh no.
The entire like front of your gum is bleeding profusely.
Okay, do not drink it. Do not drink the potion.
No one can understand you for 5 minutes.
Do not drink the potion. Chick tells him.
That is not more helpful. You know what? Thank you, Chick. You tried.
Yep. You have now just been unable. You are now unable to use common for the next 5 minutes.
I love that he's injured his mouth so he can't speak common, but the other languages he knows, fine. Ezra hears the commotion and comes on over. Is this like, am I missing a game or something? What happened?
Yeah, apparently these are not good for drinking. Maybe they're supposed to be like topical ointments. I don't know. I'm not going to try it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, hold on. Maybe something in this bookshelf has something about those potions. I look in the bookshelf behind me.
Behind you, you say? Is that the one above you on the map?
Yes.
All right.
With an investigation of 6. God.
You find. Okay, well, I can't use these then. You.
You find little of value.
Yeah, you're
We're
still
going real
finding,
peaks and valleys today.
You're finding just more of the just like Dagon before you. You like start thumbing through these, trying to see if there's anything that makes heads or tails of what he just drank. There are no notes that claim of anything he had.
Huh. According to this, there's no such potion in this library, so I think somebody's probably found something he shouldn't have.
Eloy, considering reading these books has not gotten us anywhere, he's just gonna start like pulling books off the shelf to see if he can find any kind of like hidden switch, anything that looks
Which shelf
out
are
of
you doing
place.
this on?
Let's say this one that I'm closest to.
All right. Roll me an investigation check.
13.
13. You start just taking books off the wall and pulling them away. You see stained glass behind one of the books you just moved.
Aha! I don't know what this means, but it's weird.
Dagon's gonna try to help them move like the whole shelf.
Roll me another investigation check. You roll me investigation.
Investigation to move a shelf?
Oh, to move the shelf or to
Yeah,
like
I'm just gonna
keep
try to
looking?
like move this shit. Like,
Oh,
try
you're
to-
moving the entire shelf.
Yes.
Okay. Roll me an athletics check then.
All right, let me. You're coming with me, apparently.
I'll assist.
I will also assist.
Oh, athletics much better. That's a 18.
Switch dice to hopefully improve my numbers. 2.
14.
You see
Don't worry, I'm helping, I say.
Yeah, I'm helping as you're pulling one book off the shelf and throwing it over your shoulder.
Captain's work is never done.
Making it lighter. This is like an encyclopedia. I think this one's full of bricks.
This is a thesaurus for heavy words.
You guys move the shelf, and it opens up to an open window that leads to a balcony out in the front where 2 gargoyles are stationed right next to 2 chests.
Hello, how you doing?
Hello, hi. Last gargoyle we met was real nice. Are you folks friendly?
Gargoyles do not respond. They don't move either. When I mean gargoyles, I mean displays.
Just like statues.
Are these chests yours? May we look at them?
You do notice that there is a black pentagram on the floor right before these chests.
Would it be perception or investigation to try and discern how well-grounded are these gargoyles? Could, like, enough force just... It looks like we're hanging off in the sky here. With enough force, can we push these off?
If you're going to do it from a distance, that's perception.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to touch them quite yet. 16.
16. These things are built into the ridge.
Okay, so getting them off there is going to take some doing.
With a push, with just a push by yourself, that's not happening. With a blunt piece of force, that might do something.
In Hitman, we'd need a crowbar.
Yeah.
Now, Eloy's most experience with like magical glyphs and symbols would be his glyph of warding. Using that as a point of departure, can he tell if this pentagram on the floor is meant to be magical or part of some sort of spell or ritual?
Roll me an Arcana check with advantage.
All right, yay advantage. Wow. Okay, well, yay advantage. 4. Yeah, the other one was in that one.
Jesus.
Oh, someone dropped their paint all over the floor.
We've got bad luck today.
Dagon's gonna step up to this gargoyle here.
The gargoyle, it almost looks like it's part human. The rest of its body kind of contorts into like a bestial kind of like almost, not Cerberus, chimera-like form at the bottom of it.
Okay.
But it's still bipedal. It's kind of like sitting there in a crouched, folded position. In its hand, it's actually holding up a very small pitchfork that's, it's holding out its arm, and the pitchfork is leaning down towards the chest. The other one, its pitchfork is actually aimed away from the chest.
See, my theory here is either we'll be turned to stone for opening these boxes, or these things will animate as soon as we try to open these chests.
I will say this, though. Since you are close enough to the other side, I'm going to quickly reveal something else. No, I don't want to delete all objects. Fucking please.
Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I just want to delete all objects.
There is another balcony on the other side.
Ooh.
Is that another gargoyle over there?
That is another gargoyle.
Huh.
Yeah, you guys keep watch over here. I'm gonna check this guy out.
Hello.
Do I have to like jump or anything? I see like a little.
Yes,
tiny...
unfortunately,
Okay.
this is a ledge that it's like a chest-high wall and then another chest-high wall, but because of the distance between it, you kind of can't see what's separating the other side of the wall. You don't know if it's a drop or you don't know if it's anything else.
So it's kind of a guardrail situation.
Yeah.
All right. Is like the little chest-high wall? Is it tall enough for me to stand on?
Yes.
Or thick enough? Rather?
You can comfortably stand on it with an acrobatics check.
All right. Well then. Had some really low rolls today, and this seems like a real bad time for them to show their faces. But let's see what happens.
We got somebody with a flying broom who will cascade quickly to the ground with you.
All right, that's all right. I can handle that. A modified 20.
Stand on it with no problem.
Hell yeah.
You look over to the other side. Hold on, I accidentally kind of opened up a little bit more than I should. I hate using my finger for this.
Oh, hey guys, this balcony it's actually kind of decently big.
There's another balcony on the other side, and there's also 2 windows that lead back inside the building.
And we can get back in. There's some windows over here. I'm gonna see what's over there. Try to make the jump. Hey, with an acrobatics of 23.
Triple sow cow off the edge right onto the balcony.
Whoop-pow.
If it would move my token, please. Oh, what the hell? I'm moving Eloy. Sorry.
There you go.
Oh no, I
I
moved
moved you.
Yeah.
And that's my jump.
When you jump onto that side, you hear a very, very warbled caw from above you.
Oh, so is that?
I look up.
There are 2 manticores perched on the top looking down at you.
Hey! Animal handling. Ooh, modified 20. Easy now. Easy. Everyone here's friendly. We mean you no harm. We're invited guests.
Well, you're now Chris Pratting the situation, and the and the manticores are just sitting there looking down at you with no fucking care in the world at this point. They only have their attention set on you, though.
Okay, it looks like we've reached some kind of understanding. Are these? I kind of motion towards the chest. Are these fair game?
One of them yawns.
All right, I'll take that as some sort of affirmative. I take a step forward. Any reaction?
You're taking a step forward where?
Yeah, I just step forward slightly from where I was, just kind of.
No, their eyes are just dead locked on you. They're not like reacting, but they're just watching you.
Are the manticores? Are they the 2 enemy tokens here?
No, those are gargoyles.
Okay, so the manticores are on the wall next to me.
I should probably
above me,
hold
rather.
on. I will move their tokens so they're actually visible for you. Please,
If they're on top of me, I'll understand.
please, please, layer.
The joys of Roll20 on a tablet as a DM.
Yeah.
Not dynamic lighting, please.
No, I want to see everything the way we should be seeing it. You know, daylight.
Oh my gentle lord.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. There are 2 manticores there, right on this wall. Because if that's the case,
Oh, that's the fucking problem. I think I had them set. No, they're just not revealed, so I can't even show them, motherfucker.
Oh, hey, there's an extra Dagon up there, too.
Fucking what?
Up in the top
there's an
corner.
extra Ezra for me.
Oh. Interesting.
And Eloy has nothing there.
Oh my god. It's all falling apart.
This whole castle is when I open the chest. Touch only the lamp.
There's that revealed.
Well, I can see the sky a bit more around the gargoyles.
Yep.
But I see no
Yeah, I see.
manticores.
No manticores exist
Over
just
there.
yet.
Fucking.
Yeah, what I usually do when I do this, I don't even do like DM layer, player layer. I just hide things in the Shadow of War and drag them out when I need them.
Yeah.
I just find it easier.
Well, tablet's borked, so that's not happening. Never mind.
All right. Well, either way, I would keep moving forward and towards this first chest until the manticore seemed like they reacted. Also, I think I might have moved myself into a hidden place.
Here.
Thank you.
The manticores see that you are now next to the chest itself. Now one of them stands up.
Okay. Yeah, I would immediately stop and just be like, okay. Clearly, this was not what you wanted. I am a guest in your abode. I am not here to offend, sir.
Dagon is ready. Has readied an action on the Manicore. Should they attack Ezra, he's going to fire an Eldritch Blast at it.
All right. Well, you're standing on the opposite side at this point. Didn't
Yeah,
you?
but it's only a chest-high wall, and I should
No,
be able to...
no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, were you not opening that chest?
Oh, I haven't. I have made no moves other than to examine this gargoyle.
Okay.
I am awaiting his
Yeah.
initiative.
So we are at this point. We are at this juncture where the manticore is now sitting on the roof just looking at you.
Okay. Everything's all right. We're all friends now. All right, with sleight of hand.
They're giving you trouble, Cutlass?
I have a 19 from my bag. I pull out the deer statue that I've had since basically we met Calliope.
haven't had much issue. Haven't had much reason for it since.
Yeah, and I just kind of shake it around and go, hey, boy, hey, look. Go get the statue.
I hope that thing wasn't important.
Yeah, I hope not too. And just kind of throw it, not like off the ledge, but just like over to
Maybe the other gargoyle territory.
Pretty much, like just towards the other balcony. Like, look at it! And, like, just try and see if they.
To the balcony that they're on?
No, the far end of his balcony.
Oh, the far end of the one
yes,
you're standing on.
yeah.
Okay, there.
Yeah, just like right over there.
Tink, tink, tink.
And do they turn to look at it?
One
Manticore.
manticore stands up and jumps down. This thing takes up two squares of space.
Boy. It's a big boy.
Like it lands on top of it with a boisterous thud, and you feel the entire balcony shift as it now starts pawing at the statue.
You're
the
a
other
feisty one.
The other one stands guard and still looks at you.
All right, no nonsense over here for you, but your buddy looks like he's ready to have a little bit more fun. Right? Just staring, hoping that they're gonna do something.
Dagon is going to...
You're now looking at this creature. It has a giant scorpion tail. It is man's head, lion's body, scorpion tail that is actually longer than its entire body.
Okay, I can see you're not here to negotiate.
By the way, they only have one eye, so it's a cyclops too.
Okay, so a cyclops,
Manticore,
scorpion-tailed chimera monster creature.
Dagon's just gonna stand here with chest-high cover, just like having like chick at the ready, like a predator beam.
Yep.
Okay, if we're all friends here, everything's fine. You can see I've been friendly and nice. I slowly reach my hand towards the chest.
You see its scorpion tail rise up.
Guys, I don't think they want us opening the chests. I've come to the conclusion these creatures will be very upset.
I might concur.
Eloy was edging over towards this other chest, but hearing that from his captain, he will move over towards Dagon instead.
I'm very curious about their contents, and it is driving me crazy to say this, but we might just have to let these go for now, unless you guys are feeling really brave. As a captain, I understand that perhaps the final choice comes to me, but I am always all ears for my crew.
It's your call. I will do. I will.
I still
Shoot
got these
these
wedding
things if you
rings.
need
I don't
me to.
understand a word you're saying, Dagon.
I feel like I'm getting a little better.
Yeah, Dagon just very calmly and politely, if we could understand him, I assume, basically gives Ezra the vote of confidence, like, I'm going wherever you're going. To which Ezra responds, Eloy, did you get any of that?
All right. I need you to roll me diplomacy and you insight.
Persuasion, I'm guessing you meant.
Yeah, persuasion.
Persuasion, that is a 17.
10 on my insight.
You didn't get it, but he's matched it perfectly.
Okay, so
there's some connection, even though you couldn't understand a fucking word he said.
You're like, okay. So he trusts...
You get my intention.
Yeah, he trusts my judgment.
Yeah.
He trusts my judgment as he's doing like fucking like pull my finger, all this other shit. He's making shadow puppets.
Basically, I'm just making sure my aim's dead on this thing. I was like,
Will they let us in the door, do you think? That's more my concern.
There are
There's windows. It's no door.
yeah.
Window. All right.
Yes.
Ezra moves away from the chest and towards the window that he sees.
It is another stained glass window. This one actually looks like a depiction of Selima, the ones you've seen actually from all the way back at Jahal Cove when Father Dorn had all the arrangements of other gods. Mm-hmm. It looks exactly the same as the one that Selima was in his cathedral.
He kind of pokes the glass, but you know, with some force, enough that it'll at least make a noise, but maybe not break it.
Roll a perception check.
Okay. 9? It's the number 9. Not
Ding, ding, ding.
Did I break through or something? Or
pop a piece out.
You popped a small piece out. Ching. This thing looms over you now.
Hey! So that was an accident.
Run, Captain! Run!
Oh no, he's not attacking. He's just He heard that you watched as this thing like kind of like just like cracked its neck and then loomed over to see like what the fuck you just did.
Oh my gosh! Look what I found. Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand 14. And I pull out one of my rations. Ooh, food! Look at that!
Sloppily, you pull this thing out, so it's just like it thinks you're about to do something. It like readies the scorpion tail, but then you stop and show it food.
Oh, look at that!
Animal handling with disadvantage.
Oh man, it's already not a good roll for me. Okay. All right, 7.
You fucking lucky ass.
Yes!
I got a nat 1.
Woo! It's Manticore. It's straight to the heart with its
Wagging
stomach.
the scorpion tail. Just
It takes the piece of meat from your hand and then looms back over the side of the roof. You don't know where it went.
All right. Okay. It seems a little distracted now. I don't know if this would be an investigation, sleight of hand, whatever, but I'm going to try and basically with the hole I've made already.
Well, the hole you made is but a finger's wide.
Just a finger. Okay.
What's on the other side?
with my persuasion of, ooh, very good, 24.
Insight. I'm so happy I made this fucking this
God damn
acid.
it. 10?
I got a 24. That has to go somewhere.
You want to ride the slide?
What is on the other? Oh, look through it. What's there? What is there?
After
You're
like
right, we do need to get on the other side, Dagon. I was hoping to see if I could maybe reach in around and kind of like pull the pieces of glass, but not break them, so we essentially disassemble the window.
Dagon's hopping over.
Instead of breaking it.
While Ezra is talking, Dagon is hopping over.
Okay, you're just coming over. Okay, yeah, no, maybe 2 eyes on this problem will, 2 sets of eyes will help.
Is this acrobatics or athletics to get over this?
If it's a running start, athletics, just to hop over acrobatics.
All right, well, I'll take a running start then. That'll be a 25. Just hop.
Yeah, you're over there.
I'll move over to that window, and I'm gonna like just see if he'll move aside for me for a sec.
No, by all means, go ahead.
All right, and I will use my perception check to see what is on the other side just by looking through that little finger hole he made.
Go for it.
That is a 14.
There are a lot of overgrown trees in here. You're just. Let me put this over here real quick. Oh God, you're making me have to use the fucking reveal tool.
You did this to yourself.
No, this tablet did it to me. You know it had to do it to him.
Go away, whatever you are.
Here's a little turn order note.
Here we go.
I see.
It looks like there was a piece of what used to be a stall on the other side. But it looks like there's a very well put together cobblestone, and inside the cobblestone there's a cultivated area where people could just walk into, almost like it's a man-made park.
There's trees.
Fuck!
In the foliage.
Said please and thank you.
Arboretum. A greenhouse.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't eat them. I think that's a real bad idea, Dagon.
Oh, looking in the hole, I see. Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, no. Okay, so we got some trees in here. Looks like they've made kind of their own little park in here. I'm gonna see. I'm going to try and perception. I'm gonna see if can I hear the manticores nearby, like the one that I just fed and the one that's distracted.
Go ahead and roll it.
Perception of 23.
You can hear them stomping. The other one's still busy pawing at the other thing, at the deer statue. The other one you hear stomping around on the top of the roof.
If we just break it and
jump in,
then I won't follow.
My exact thought.
Yes. I don't think.
Roll a con save.
Yeah, this This is a night for good rolls.
You are afflicted
Natural one.
You are afflicted with this this horrible gingivitis like effect for another hour.
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. it's
You
not so
actually you start rubbing where the wound is, like on your lip, and then you press into it, and it feels like what happens when you need to get a root canal, and you're just like, oh no!
At this point, Eloy's gonna try and cross over as well, taking as big of a runner as he can, flying on the broom.
Oh, you're gonna ride the broom over?
I mean, like, again, get as much height as I can, and then try and glide
Running
over the
jump
gap.
and hoping to use it as like. Just
Oh
an
yeah, well
assist.
that pretty much negates it with no problem. However, I do need you to roll me an acrobatics check.
That'd be a 22.
Yeah, you make it over just fine. Like you feel that dip in gravity when you get over the open space, but then it's like whoop.
Gotcha. All right, and then at this point, Dagon, that sounds real bad. You want me to take a look at that, buddy? Gonna poke around in my medical kit and see if I can find any kind of like salve or ointment or anything that might give him some relief.
Roll me a medical check.
That'd be a modified 20.
You have reduced the effect back down to another 5 minutes. You actually saw that part of his flesh where underneath his tooth was revealed.
Okay. The gums have been ripped away.
Yep.
All right, Eloy. Now that we're all over here on the same side, I think it's time for me to explain my master plan. There are 2 windows, right?
Now Dagon has like a little piece of cotton swab under his lip. Looks like he took a gnarly punch before the final bell.
Which one did he sample? The green one or the blue one?
He sampled the green one, I believe.
The green one. Okay. Eloy's just gonna make a little note in his.
Were you holding on to those the whole time?
Oh yeah.
You didn't mention that, so that's why I asked.
Okay.
Oh okay.
Like, I didn't know if you left them there or took them.
Oh sorry. Yeah, I assumed I took them.
The
Yeah,
vials are-
don't assume next time. Tell me if you're
Okay.
taking them.
Sorry about that.
But he does have these vials.
I will allow that you have them.
Okay.
There,
Yeah. Eloy just makes a little note. Potion of gingivitis? Question mark.
Really fucking hot.
you said there were
how did you know you have a vitamin?
Hey, he's proficient in medicine.
Yeah, that's fair. The fuck, they couldn't handle rocks, but boy, they had really good fucking dental plans over there at the village.
oral hygiene, all about Old Lady Big Rock Mountain.
I'm sorry, now what were you saying?
Oh, this really
Okay.
fucking hurts. You go ahead.
Yeah, your
plan.
master plan.
Yes. So there were 2 windows that.
There are 2 windows.
that everyone
One
can see?
that is like right behind it, right in front of it is the manticore. So you're
Okay.
welcome to try
Okay.
and look through that
Well,
one.
damn, that does affect my plan a little bit, but maybe not as much as I think. All right, we've got 2 windows and 3 men who need to get in said windows. My thought is, I'm going to make a distraction for these manticores, as I am the slipperiest and fastest and most dexterous of us, while you 2 get in these windows, and I will follow you as quickly as I can.
It's very painful to come from. I was really scared of everything you do.
I'm sure your honeyed words mean everything in your tongue right now, but alas, I'll just have to accept your confidence and, be the best captain I can be for you, Dagon.
When you say get in these windows, Captain, you mean like
I'm gonna need you to run in and break through those, because these manticores seem upset if something happens to these windows, but these walls seem stronger than these manticores.
Oh boy, Captain, that's Selima up there. You heard what she did to Mr. Pistachio just for praying to Brooklina. I don't think that's a good idea, Captain.
Oh, fuck
Who
that.
made that story? As God is looking over and like one of the manticores turns into God's head. You fucking made that story!
It is established that story aside, Eloy is scared of gods.
Yeah,
he
and
does
Dagon's just
not
like,
wish to offend the gods.
I point at the window that I've already broken some glass on. Selima didn't seem overly upset that I did this. I'm fine now.
Roll me a wisdom save.
14.
The window is frowning at you. And only you.
yeah, well,
She doesn't look happy about that, Captain.
yeah, well, fuck that bitch.
Dagon's gonna bust through the window.
Oh no!
She has never been good to him. Anyway, Dagon's just gonna
check.
like bust through the window, just dive through
Athletics
it.
check.
Athletics is a 21.
Hey, over over here! As soon as the glass shatters, I'm just going to make the most convincing, oh man. How am I failing at being not stealthy? I don't know, what kind of roll would trying to distract while another noise is being made be? Because whatever it is, I got a 3.
That would have been a performance.
All right, then a 10. And a 10 in performance. Hey, don't notice that. Look at me. Hey, it's me. I'm coming towards the chest. Like I'm backing up towards them. Like.
Well, now there's a man-sized hole for you to break through as you just like take the hilt of your sword and slam it.
Oh, I was just gonna go for a running dive, like straight through.
Oh, running dive. Okay.
Yeah, stunt pratfalls.
Oh, that's gonna be some glass on you.
Yeah, if that's the case, then hold on.
You got 21.
Yeah, you did. It's gonna mitigate the damage you take as
Excellent.
as the glass shatters around you. You take 6 points of damage as you blast through.
I'll take it. Because I don't got a choice.
There is
Unfortunately, all 6 of those damage are going right on those gums, taking you even
Oh,
further.
no! I'm eating so much glass!
It's a mouthful of glass as he jumps through this window.
Well, there is a man-sized hole, but climbing in it carefully will not be a good idea because you will get cut on doing that. The only way to mitigate that damage is to jump through it. Unless you want to break the window some more.
Go, Eloy! He did everything he could. Now you can be blameless.
I got to roll for the manticores. And the one manticore like looks to you, but then notices that there's blood dripping from the glass.
Oh man,
And
that's
the one
not a
on the
contingency I thought of.
And the one on the roof ignores you completely and looks at the broken hole and looks down at Eloy.
Hey!
Day, I just saw the start.
No! Something! Oh, Pistachio, we're gonna piss Salim off again. Let's go! Eloy jumps on Pistachio and tries to whiz through the opening.
Named your broom Pistachio.
I'm sorry, Salima.
All right, with your weakened state with your broken mental state that you just pissed off a god, I need you to roll me an acrobatics with disadvantage.
All right, good so far. Even better, so we'll take the less good one, but that's still a 22.
Very nice. You duck your head in. You're like, there's no fucking way he's gonna be able to go through that hole, and he just like bullet times his way to and curves in.
Hey, Captain!
All right, I run for the window.
Roll me. All right, you're gonna run and not.
Yeah, he's just gonna try and run and jump into the window.
All right, if you're not going to engage, I need you to roll me a dexterity save.
The goal was to not engage and just make enough distractions that we could get out of it. You said a dexterity save?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't forget the +1 from the pie.
Hell yeah. So that becomes a 17, which makes that a 23.
All right, you dodge the first tail as it whizzes past you. Now the one on the roof. Need you to roll again.
Come on, Cap. Spider-Man through it.
So that's a nat 1.
Well, you have an ability.
But with that +1, it becomes 2. Then it becomes an 8 with the bonus.
Oh my fuck! I rolled a nat 1 too.
Yeah!
Everybody's doing bad.
Well, now I need to roll severity checks for both you and the creature. All right, so this is for you. I rolled a 100.
That's
good.
Okay, I was gonna say, is that
That's
as good? Or
good.
is,
That's a negated nat 1.
I was gonna say, is that as good or as bad as it gets? I don't
So
remember.
now you
how
have an 8.
I don't remember how the 100 works.
Closer to 100, better.
Okay.
Closer to 1, bad. 51, minor. Okay, yeah, you make it through. The tail. If the tail slams down in front of you, you kind of like grab it and swing around it, almost like you're sliding on a pole, and then just dive inside.
You press triangle at the right time.
Yoink!
You countered it.
Yep. You are now inside, but that's all well and good. You guys are now on the other side.
What do we see now that we're in here? I mean, I'm assuming there's more space to view.
Oh, there's more space to view, yes, but hang on a moment. I will reveal. Looks like a little small cultivated garden area where there is a little bit of farm going on up above you to the north. It looks like they are growing some miscellaneous flowers, some miscellaneous gourds, and a couple of trees have some miscellaneous apples on them. However, let's see, who's closer to the window at this point?
I am still right by the window since I just got in, I would assume.
All right, I need all three of you to tell me what you're doing, and then I need to roll something else.
Okay.
All right. Once Ezra is confirmed safe away from the window.
He's not right now. He just made it through the window.
Yeah, I said once.
Yep.
Your plan is, once I am safe.
Yeah, so you would go first in
Okay.
this situation.
All right. If that's the case, Ezra's first thing on getting in there would be to probably get a little distance between him and the window. And if he saw an apple, he would probably, I don't think he'd bite right into it, but he'd pick one.
I'm just keeping my eyes on the window to see if the manticores manage to follow.
Dagon's going to investigate this little pond over here.
All right. So we'll move you over here since you're closer to the apple.
Okay.
I'm going to roll something for the manticores. All right. Well, one of them doesn't seem to be following you, but the other one seems to try to break through the glass.
Is it big enough to make it through if it needed to?
It sounded really big. That's why I was like, it probably can't fit in these windows.
That's what I need to roll for.
Ah, gotcha.
If they're man-sized, so.
With a nat 1, he nicks his paw on the broken glass and he gives up.
Just this giant thing, like with a little itty bitty blood coming out of its paw.
Yep.
Lion with the thorn in
Yeah.
there.
Yep, so you're fine. Eloy, you actually look to the south of you. There was a door on that side, and based on the room's spacing,
If we had investigated another shelf, we might have just found a door to this
Or if
place.
we'd
Yeah.
investigated that wall.
yep, if you investigated that wall, it would have led you into the greenhouse.
Whoops.
Eloy's gonna keep this information to himself, not wishing to dispirit anyone.
Man, thanks to my brilliance, we sure did make it here as quickly and easily as we could.
Well done, Captain.
Ezra reaches for an apple and picks it. Like I said, I'm not going to eat it right away, but he is going to pick it, if that would do anything.
Hey, grabby hands.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You turn the apple around, there's a face on it, and it looks at you.
Well, that
No, you
answers...
didn't. No, you didn't pick it. Before you picked it, it said that, and now you're looking at it. You let go of it.
All right, well, that answers that question. I don't think we should eat these.
Pajama Sam nonsense is this?
You say that. I need you to roll me a perception, knowledge nature check right now.
7.
There is a rolling mist on the ceiling. It almost reminds you of the clouds on the outside.
Oh, what sort of feelings? Swoosh.
You know what? I'm happy you of all people got this happen.
Fascinating.
Oh, what is it?
Huh? Yeah.
Just kind of gesticulating while he's just kind of gesticulating while pointing
I
upward.
wish that Mr. Large was here so we could just write a note and give it to you and it says, use your words.
I am you overgrown.
Did Mr. Apple? How many bites of you does it take to? No, Mr. Apple. How did you come out of the Fey Misty thing? Is that your deal?
Famous? No. I grew from this tree.
How long have you been able to speak?
What is speak?
What we're doing now, conversing. Were you able to talk to the people who cultivated you and grew you? Was there anyone around here before us? Have you met anyone else? Sorry if this is a lot of questions.
He rolled a 2. He's not getting any of this. This is all new to him. He's just like, wait, how did I do this? What?
Are there any like dead apples on the ground that fell from the tree?
No, but there are other apples on the tree.
All right. Well, are there any like rocks or anything on the ground? Just something I could pick up.
There are no rocks, but you do have the tree itself.
All right. I'm just gonna take one of my Derringer bullets then, and I want to throw it up at the ceiling to see if there's like, you know, just huck that son of a bitch to see if there's actually a ceiling up there, if it's just cloud.
Okay, roll me an athletics check.
That is a 23.
You flip it up in your hand, whiz it up into the ceiling. You watch it go into the mist for a hot second.
Okay, so there's a ceiling up there. It's just cloudy.
No, Dagon, I don't think we're gonna need something bigger than that if we want to get up that way.
Okay. Just let me check. Is this how you feel? What do you mean you don't understand?
Would you calm down? I'm trying to talk to an apple over here.
Okay,
All right.
sorry.
TFS at the table.
It's always something with you.
Damn it, Dagon, cut with the lip.
Yeah. So you don't remember anything, Mr. Apple?
He's he looks to you. He's trying to remember anything. No, this is all a new concept. Remembering all this other thing. All he knows is self-preservation. Is just don't eat me.
All right. Well, I'll leave you alone. Sorry to trouble you. You wouldn't happen to know? Kind of point up at the clouds up there. Has it always been like that? Do you have anything like that at all? Any recollection?
You look at it. You watch as the apple kind of gives a squinty look and looks outside. Over there, outside there.
It's been like that out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for your time. I hope you good luck being an apple.
Well, I only just grown so long ago. You should ask the father.
Well, where can I find the father?
The tree turns and shows a face to you. It's a sad, willowy face. It doesn't actually speak. Its mouth is agape. You can see inside its ichor of amber is dripping from its mouth.
And the amulet of courage is inside if you are willing to venture forth.
Fuck you.
Oh, hello. I guess I should have figured that Apple's father would be the tree.
So would you say that the apple?
Nope, it hasn't fallen at all yet.
Okay, all right.
You can't make that pun.
Not yet.
But if it did,
We'll check in in a couple days.
I'm trying real hard, Captain.
It's been a long day. Mr. Tree, hi, hello. Do you understand me? Would how long have you?
Yeah, finally, somebody speaks my language. I know, right? Where's it going this way?
I'm sorry, did you also partake of the potion of gingivitis?
It's green. It's in the other room. It hurts like that.
That struck a chord.
Okay, so maybe this stuff was not great for the trees.
Huh. May
Okay,
I?
Marlon Brando.
Look, I'm doing my best, okay? I'm trying to make it so that we can all understand each other here at the table.
May I examine your mouth, Mr. Tree? Can I, with an insight of 9, can I make out whether that's a yes or a no?
Nope. It's just confused the moment you showed it the vial. It's now dead set afraid of you.
Okay, I put the vial away. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Persuasion.
That one, never mind, he believes you.
Oh, hey, modified 20. All right. I just wanna take a look at your mouth and see if I can help.
He's letting you.
Okay.
But he was way more agreeable the moment you put the vial away.
Okay, I'm making sure the vial is stowed away and not visible. I'm gonna try the same ointments that seem to help Dagon's discomfort. All right, that's.
You're gonna have to roll knowledge nature with disadvantage because you're trying to do a medical check on a fucking tree.
Fair. I mean, it's not great. 9.
The first tree dentist.
Remember what
Eloy.
Father Jeb has told you.
Trees are for eating, not treating.
You know what? Sure, let's go with that.
And if you don't study your druidic ways, you'll get a beating.
You reach inside, you pull out a beetle. That did nothing. But now you have a beetle.
I very specifically stow it away. Wait, it's alive?
Yes.
I'm gonna, let's see.
It's one of those,
You drop it in the potion of gingivitis just to see what'll happen.
I mean, it's a thought. I don't know that I have any. Some of my water flasks should be empty at least.
It has little pincers that grow on the side of it. So, if you were to put your finger in front of this thing, it's gonna be a bad time. But picking it up from its side, which is what you did, it's fine.
I dropped the beetle in one of my water skins. One of my empty water skins. I got a beetle bottle.
Nice.
If I find another one, I can put it in there and make them battle. It'll be a beetle bottle battle.
Ooh.
And then if I find 2 tiny little paddles,
Where's the water on the water and we're beating about a
Then
paddle.
what, Eloy?
then I'll no longer be up shit creek with that one.
Oh, that'll be fun too.
Ezra looks to the tree and begins kind of shaking his arms. Can you do this? All right.
Very barely.
Okay, but
That's some limber lumber.
all right. There's some motion in this ocean at least. Okay. If we were trying to get upstairs, have you seen any other people in here? And if you did, do you know which way they went? I say, pointing with my arms. Okay, it seems there were 2 people in here earlier and they passed each other.
While they're discussing this, Dagon is going to wander back here and look at this stand that's over here. Oreno stando, merchant.
All right. There is a merchant stand here. It has a couple of crates in there. It has more of those vials of the same ichor, or the same like stuff that burnt your mouth.
Oh, no.
There is another crate full of the blue stuff as well.
I hold up a vial of the blue stuff toward the tree.
What are you?
It doesn't respond.
I walk over to it.
Is that it?
The tree kind of like gives like a little bit of a moan, like it's wary, but it's not scared of it like it was the green stuff.
I'm gonna pour a little bit on it, just on its surface.
Excuse me. On the surface of it?
Yeah, just kind of on the root area.
Remember, when refinishing wooden furniture, always stain test before applying any new varnish.
Of course.
You watch as a little sproutling kind of like pulses out of where you poured it. And you watch as it wiggles.
Look at that, you got a little friend.
So gross.
I pour some in its mouth, like the vial.
You watch as vines like start to like ivy sprout out of its mouth, but then like you hear like an audible like almost like creaking crack, like someone stepping on a really piece of bad wood. Oh, that feels so much better.
I was gonna say it's good for plants and not for people.
I mean, hi. So you're speaking much more clearly now. Hello.
Yes, I haven't been tended to in a few weeks now.
You're welcome.
Weeks, you say?
Yes, my gardeners have not been around here for quite some time, nor have the patrons. I had heard noises down below and was hoping that someone would come up here and apply the tonic to me, but alas, no one's been here except for you.
Where's these guys?
He turns around and points at the trog on his back.
Oh dear. I would bring that to a sun god immediately. That looks horrifying, like something that crawled out from the inner sanctums of the Acropolis.
Yes, I know that.
Hey, quick question. So that blue stuff, you didn't like the green stuff, yeah?
No. It is from what my gardeners have told me, it is some kind of solution that kills plant matter.
Dagon's going to go collect as many of those as he can. Just the vials, corked up.
All right. Well, you have the crate. If you want to grab as many as you can, like that you can fit, I'm going to allow you 5 vials of this stuff.
Ezra would also take some.
All right.
5
Would I
plant
also get
killers.
5?
Growth solution and plant dissolver.
All right.
So, to the best of your knowledge, like that blue stuff fixed you right up. Would that work on? Because he tried a little of that green stuff, and that's why he's talking so funny.
It fucking hurts.
Are you a plant, sir?
I don't believe so, no.
No, pretty sure he's not.
Well, I would believe it would hurt anyone. It is some sort of acid, as the gardeners have spoke of.
Do you reckon the blue stuff would fix him up?
Well, I've never seen... Are you? He, like, looks you... Like, the tree looks you over. What exactly are you, sir? I haven't seen your kind in the Acropolis before.
He's an Azamar.
He is now.
Yeah.
Well, if you are part celestial, then I suggest you take the blue potion.
I rub it over the same, like, I dip my pinky in and rub it over the same spot that's been hurting.
That pain is gone now.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I can talk.
Hey!
Well, I'd imagine it would work so, sir. It is extract of celestial.
My people's blood.
Oh, the ferals, anyway.
Well, there you go.
That is what grants us the ability to speak as well.
Oh, okay. How long have you been able to talk?
For as long as the mist has been pouring in.
Okay. So once the mist started pouring in, you were able to speak?
Indeed, my gardeners thought it would be a wise idea to take the mist from outside and use it as a sort of water supply, thus using the water filters below to recycle it.
You know a lot about this. Do you know anything about unicorn blood?
What's a unicorn? Is it part of the gardening rituals?
Aren't those a myth?
Well, the ones we met seemed non-mythical.
They were pretty tangible, if you ask me.
Very well, then.
But, yeah, there's... Okay, so the boys, like the head, what he showed you, they drank unicorn's blood, and now they can't die, and it's real bad.
Dagon instantly whips his head around.
It looks at you.
That's why I told you to keep an eye on it. Seemed harmless, but, you know, thought it would be fun to see where it went. Anyway.
And I'm just concerned, like, how diluted does unicorn's blood have to be to not do that no more? Because a bunch of them wound up in that water.
I know there's a filter system that pulls the water and pumps it outside of the Acropolis itself. My roots can feel outside of the entire citadel itself.
Oh, neat. So can you tell what's in the water?
You'll have to give me about, I'd say, 8 days before it reaches my body.
All right. Well, I'll try and tell Mr. Oso and some sun guards and just anybody who seems responsible before then, but if...
Why don't you tell the gardeners then? I'm sure they'd be happy to take you up on any concern.
I think they might all be dead.
Excuse me.
Yes, so you saw the creature head that he has on his back. A lot of those seem to have broken in the lower levels, and...
What sort of people were the gardeners? Were they elves by chance?
They were... Well, no, some of the patrons that came in last I saw were elves. A little bit of Azamar, some Aarakocra. I know my gardeners were all Azamar.
Okay.
Well,
There's a bunch of dead people down there. I don't think these people are responsible for it, though. Well,
I mean,
they're certainly responsible for some of it.
I mean, you could take it up with him in his private quarters. He does live here.
Oh.
Oh, well.
So that the room right next over here?
Oh, well, by all means. Just keep heading past me. You will find the stairs. One moment. Let me see if I can at least get it open for you. You hear a door, like, just get obliterated a little bit further down the hallway.
Oh. That sounds like it'll do.
Yes, don't mind that. I'm sure my gardeners will clean it up. Our roots are very mobile when the tonic is applied.
I see.
We actually have just received a new income of, what are those things called? Mangroves? What are the things? The Magnagoras.
Mandragoras.
Yeah. We actually received a few Mandragorum roots a little while ago. Some of them are actually in the stalls over there next to the tonics.
Oh, fascinating.
Ooh, with a nat 20 on nature. What does Eloy know about Mandragora?
You know that there are plants that scream at you, and...
All right.
They are plants that scream at you, but they make some kick-ass fucking medical supplies.
Okay, pretty much what Ben Creighton knew about Mandragoras in mythology, so cool.
All right, Dagon is going to move that crate of the blue elixir. He's just going to kind of like put it in front of the apple tree there. And he's going to take...
The moment you move it, you see those roots that he was talking about, and they're creating tiny, like, little, like, human-shaped fetuses as the roots are growing into new sproutlings.
That's really gross. Anyway, as you, I'm assuming that the gardeners may not be able to help you, so I'm just going to leave this here for you to ration as you see fit for the near future if you need to get into it.
Oh, I dare not. The gardeners say that any time we would ever stray away from the formula, something like, well, as you saw before, would happen.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I'm leaving this here for you, in case you need it to, you know, rejuvenate yourself.
He's confused about that because he doesn't know that he doesn't need the gardeners to do that for him. That's a shock to him. Roll an insight to see if you see that.
Insight 13.
You just barely read that that's just a mind blower for him that he can distribute that himself.
You just taught the dog to use the can opener.
All right, well, basically, if you take one of your roots, maybe one of the ones that are closer to the surface, reach in here, wrap it around there, you can apply this yourself. But, you know, I'd do it sparingly.
One of the roots takes to your words.
Yes, just wrap it
The
around
concept
there
of
and...
restraint might not be
He takes it over to like one of the not the apple, but like one of the like little pumpkins.
All right, might want to get a little bit cleaner on the
Pumpkin.
delivery there.
Oh!
Well, look at that. Now you've got a very loud friend.
Oh!
He would make an excellent pie.
What is this?
It's called consciousness. Enjoy it and dread it at the same time.
It has no eyes. It just has a mouth that it's open. It
Has no eyes and it must see.
As it's screaming, pumpkin seeds are flying out.
Catching.
Don't worry, buddy. In my experience, it doesn't last long.
Ah! You hear tiny little screams over by the stand as the screaming's happening.
All right, well, you seem to have this under control. I'm going to, the mandragora roots. You said there was just like a box full of them, or they were growing out of this tree, or
They
what?
were on the stall, and they were growing into the box where the tonic was. It's like it's like root into plant itself, into root going into the tonic.
I'm going to take a couple of these blue vials and a couple of these mandragora roots, because I feel like we can make some nice distractions with that.
That seems like an all right idea. Before we head on, Ezra kind of like just flags down the tree again. Real quick, something you said. The trog head that he showed you, had you seen a creature like that before, ever?
Never.
Never. Okay. You had said it reminded you of something that you'd see in the inner sanctums of the...
Oh, I assume. I was not sure. This creature is odd and not of celestial blood to me.
Okay.
Neither are you, but you were able to repair my mouth, so I figured you as one of the new gardeners.
We had been invited here. We are actually supposed to be teleported to a higher level floor, but something was amiss with the... I'm sorry.
Oh, you are a customer then.
Yes. Oh, well, we're meant to be here. We actually have an audience.
Deception.
21.
Ah, very well, I understand. If you are customers, then I apologize for any inconvenience that the garden has given you with its current disarray of no gardeners.
I understand it's not your fault. You just live here. It's things that happen. But we'll be on our way and hopefully get everything sorted and figured out and put back to normal once we can.
Is there anywhere you wish to seek out? My roots grow a little bit further up towards the Lord's Tower.
Actually, yeah, we're trying to get as high as we can in the Lord's Tower. We have an audience with some important people in there.
Well, the complex that you are standing in now is a few layers deep. If you go up the stairs, I'm sure you will find yourself to the main streets.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It's good to know that we're at least sounding close.
Please let my master gardener know that we are in disarray and need repair.
As soon as I see anyone else, I will tell them exactly how things are going in here.
Absolutely, and try rationing that crate of, You know what, just do what you feel best.
If I would do what I do best, then one moment. You watch as the roots take all the crates. Not the acid, though.
Yeah.
takes
The good crates.
It takes the crates, that little hole you were looking at. You kind of like look inside of it with a perception check you saw before. I remember what the number was.
I never actually rolled it.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah,
Oh,
I went over and examined it, but...
Roll it in then.
All right. Perception is a modified 20.
There's a little latch underneath it. It's almost like a well.
Oh, okay.
So the tree takes the box, flips it over into the water, and you watch as the crates disappear into it.
Oh, that'll
sure
do
it'll-
something, I'm sure.
He
Sure, it'll be
placed,
fine.
he has completely put the entire crate of all the tonics into the filtration system.
We should probably move.
Yeah, no,
Very good. Like, I'm glad that you've worked this out for yourself. Now you can figure this out as you need to, and
Now we will grow for the gardeners for months, maybe years at a time without their assistance.
Excellent, wonderful. I was never here.
Pumpkins are growing. Trees are growing.
We should.
Do you-
Yeah, you
leave
guys
now.
enjoy being plants. We're just
gonna
gonna
go through that
mosey on
door
this
over
way.
there. You have.
and remember that just to not attack.
Venus fly traps.
Don't attack beings that come in here. Bye.
We're customers. We're allowed to be here.
Apples are getting huger, growing more faces on just one apple alone.
What was your father's name?
Darham Lockwood.
Yes, Darham Lockwood was here to help you. Remember that.
Yes,
every day.
let it be known that Darham Lockwood was here, and this was
and
all his
assisted
idea.
you through all of
He's
this.
growing more faces.
All right,
You're
goodbye.
very welcome,
Remember Darham
bye.
Lockwood. Remember the name.
Yeah, I'm looking for an exit at this point.
Yeah, we're heading through that door that
That he pointed out.
Yeah.
So start moving towards the fog of war.
I
Yeah,
am as
I'm-
close to it as I can get.
Oh, I see you guys. It didn't move for me. Sorry.
It's all good.
The fog of war.
There's supposed to be a door back down this way. If oh, apparently I selected everybody. There we go. Supposed to be a door around here somewhere.
There's another stand filled with more of those crates.
Oh, there's more over here if you need them. All right, have fun.
Roots are growing up out of, and you watch as roots like Jumanji all over the mound and drag it over.
And now that we're over
Yeah,
here,
still just looking around, trying to find anything that looks like a door.
Hey, you mind opening that door a little wider for us? We can't find it back here.
There is a
turning
giant,
into a bit of a jungle.
you get towards the edge, you're seeing like there's a little bit of a open section that leads out to somewhere else, and you actually see a door off to your right and a staircase off to your left that leads upstairs. However, there is a giant oak tree that's just getting bigger standing right in front of the entryway.
This is real awkward. Could that oak tree move? Sir,
Hello?
Sir
Is anyone
Apple-
in there?
Oak tree, do you speak? Darham Lockwood needs to get through. We are the...
A small baby face is appearing, like a tiny face.
Hey, little guy.
Oh, this is going to be real unfortunate. Pulls out a gun. No.
It's a tiny face.
There's more over there if you want to move. You can get stronger and bigger.
The roots underneath you like start rising up.
Nope, no, okay, I'm gonna move out of the way of those real quick, yeah.
This
He can't move the entire tree. He's only moving the roots.
So this tree, you say it's an oak tree, it's blocking the way. I'm assuming it's pretty tall. Like, does it reach up into the mists?
Yes.
Great. Does it look like I might be able to...
Actually, when you say that, roll me a knowledge nature check real quick.
24.
The leaves are growing into the mist, and then they start falling off. Like, one dies, and you hear, like, tiny distant screaming as it hits the floor. There's a face on the leaf looking at you.
Yeah.
And when I say face, I mean an actual person's eye.
Man, if I hadn't blown all my spell slots, I have the perfect one for this, but it's horrific.
Yeah, it's like that for everybody, buddy.
All right, I'm just going to try to climb this
leaf-
this door that we're by. Like, I can't tell exactly where it's supposed to be.
I apologize. It's just beyond the tree.
Okay, so
It's just beyond the tree, but as I was about to say, the leaf that hit the floor and grew a face, it stands up and starts waddling away.
Oh, see, no, it's fine. He was
I
getting
moved you,
born,
sorry.
probably.
More leaves start falling.
all right, I'm going to try to climb through this tree. Just get through it.
To get around this tree is going to require... Is going to require an athletics with disadvantage.
Alrighty then. Well, gotta be more disadvantageous than that. And it was. Not by a whole lot, but it was. That is a 15, sorry.
That was not enough to get through it.
Womp womp. All right. What happens is I attempt to traverse this tree.
You were trying to wiggle your way through.
Excuse me.
But the roots are moving too much, and the bark is so strong that you could. It almost feels like shark skin as you rub your hand against it.
Okay.
You immediately stop yourself before you like start drawing blood.
Okay. I move back.
Now on the other side of the tree, right here, is there just like a drop like there was between the balconies
That's
before?
a wall.
Oh, that's a wall. Okay.
Wherever you see cloud, that you can't pass through that.
Okay, I see.
With how tall this tree is getting, like I know it's too thick for us to try and like walk around. If we were to go up it, does it like thin out near the top? Are there branches that extend out so we could use those to?
You would have to climb it to find out.
I'm assuming it's a writhing baby tree.
That's
Because that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to
That's
like
fair.
climb through it.
Yeah, its bark is kind of extending because of the acceleration of the tonic.
Here, I'll check it out, Captain. Pistachio, ascend!
Careful, the ceiling's about, I don't know,
just don't bring that stuff.
30
3
feet.
yards up.
It's 30 feet. You can go up that high, but you don't know what's gonna happen if you go in that mist.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and keep clear of the mist. Also, hold my breath while I rise up and just see if I can see if the branches thin out as I go up.
Roll me a con save.
Great. 18.
You hold your breath just fine.
All right.
You go inside of the tree. All the leaves that are closer towards the ceiling or towards the mist are now like starting to like live and speak or just make noises. They're growing little sentient like nubs from the stems of their bodies. Some of them are walking around. Some of them are actually like looking at some of the dead leaves that are there and cutting them off and throwing them down. So it looks like they're it almost. If you were smarter in medical terms, this almost looks like white blood cells taking out viruses.
Dagon's gonna lean over to Ezra. Now, Captain, I don't want to seem barbarous or anything, but how attached are we to this tree?
I mean, I'm not. My fear is if we attack this tree, the rest of the room picks up on that.
It seems to be the last one in the line. I mean, if we run, maybe we can...
While you guys deciding if you want to kill the tree or not, you get inside of the tree. With enough wiggle room, you could possibly crawl from above it. But you don't know if there's anything else in here that's coming from the mist. You being near the mist, however, you actually feel the base of your broom start to actually like creak and crack, but not in a sense that it's actually falling apart, to the point where it almost feels like it's moving in your hand.
You're gonna have one of those Fantasia brooms.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and pull back out of the tree and descend to the others at this point.
You do. Your broom now has tiny little nubs growing out of it.
Neat. All right.
Dagon's just tossing one of those green vials in his hand. Make the call.
Yeah.
Every fucking plant stops and looks at you when you have that vial in your hand.
Oh, we just want to make it through. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Yeah, what? Boy, we just like to take this nasty vial out of here where it can never hurt nobody ever again.
Darren Lockwood doesn't want to harm all the plants.
All the leaves that were crawling down on this thing, almost like ants, you know, like forager ants, that leaf cutter ants. That's what they were kind of like transforming into. This is like that fucking anime where the fucking fish grow legs and shit. All the plants stop, look at you when you're describing that. If they have expressions to show, they would angrily all turn to Darum here.
Hey, look, I just want to leave. Darum Lockwood, just wants to mosey on out of here. My goal is to leave you to grow however you desire.
Put bad stuff away!
I will just... Yeah, I put it in the vest. Now, may we pass?
That was the tree, by the way.
Yeah, the baby tree.
The goal is to get by you without spilling or losing any of this, so it gets out of this room and nobody has to ever drink it again.
Put nature thing in front. I grow around.
Nature thing in front. Grow around. Okay, let's see. What sort of nature thing? Ooh, does it have? Is it anything biological? Just anything?
Put nature thing in front. I grow around.
You mean the blue stuff?
No, I grow more into he try to like shows like he looks around. There's a rock on the floor. He like takes one of his roots. And he kind of like grows over it, and then the thing wraps around it and goes forward.
The what wraps around what?
The root wraps around
Okay.
the tree.
The
So
rock.
he's trying to show you like put something in the place of it, and he'll try to move his mass around the object.
Okay, I see.
Got you. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look around, see if I can find any large
Investigation check.
yeah, large boulders, large
Same.
objects in general. 9.
Mine is a 10. Come on, Darum.
Heyo! 19 on that.
There we go.
investigation.
All right, Darum. You go back. Then you really don't find anything other like around here that would fit that description enough that's big enough for you guys to go through. However, you do remember there were a couple of like stone gnomes that were like lawn gnomes and shit, or decorations for people's gardens back over by the stall. So you walk over there.
Hey, everybody! Just coming on over to grab one of these. Yeah,
One of those.
that's right. Just try and pick up one of these stone gargoyle things.
I was about to
Stone
say like
gnomes.
Or
there
gnome
are
things.
stone gnomes, yes, but probably big enough as your forearm, and that's not going to be enough for you to
Okay.
get through. There are a couple of crates. There are ceramic bowls for plants to get into. There are giant bags of fertilizer. If you mound at least 10 of them up together, that could be enough for a person to fit through. Like, at least, like, tall-wise.
All right, take a look at these. I point them out.
However,
What?
with that investigation check you made, you also notice a ring that's sitting on there. One of them's a wedding ring.
Okay.
One of them, and there's another set of those same rings that Dagon spoke of before with a bunch of different animals on them.
Oh, hey, look at this. They're just sitting there.
There's a couple of them sitting there, yes, like a couple of decoration ones.
While looking about, he just kind of nonchalantly just scoops them into a
Nothing's
bag.
upset if you do so.
All right. I was gonna hide it, but if no one seems to care, just slides them all into.
I mean, Tom Cherry Tomato sitting over here is looking at you.
Hey, buddy, don't worry. This is what we do.
That's stealing.
No, it's not. No one's coming for these.
Dagon's just like taking some swigs of scotch. Do you drink towards the baby tree?
One of the roots kind of actually go towards it. It's
Up,
liquid.
I pour. You no take. I pour. Open. Ah.
Are you gardener?
Yes.
The closest
can-
thing you've got right now.
You can ask the fly trap over in the other room.
Yes.
See?
All right. The tree kind of like leans a root towards you for it to pour on it.
Pour some scotch on the tree. There you are.
The root turns darker.
Ooh, yeah, that put some hair on your roots.
The tonic is expediting that entire process to oak over the entire part of that root, and now it's forming into the tree. The baby, the face.
The baby.
The baby just became a man.
That has a beard.
No, it was when it
taste
spoke
whiskey.
to you. It had that sap kind of coming out of its mouth again. It's now forming into a darker color.
Shit, Mac, that drink's got some punch.
Mind you, got a little bit of. I wipe it off.
It doesn't mind.
I'm gonna sniff it.
Tastes like bourbon. You have solid bourbon. Solid whiskey. I apologize.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna take like a little vial and just kind of like
You now have sticky whiskey.
sticky whiskey.
Ooh.
One vial of sticky whiskey.
Hey guys, I
Thank
found a bunch of stuff that might work, and I bring over the.
Yep, you bring over a pile of shit.
Look at this.
It's in bags, so
Yeah, we've got some natural material here, and quite a bit of it, if I do say. And maybe we'll be able to make an opening with this. Do you think you could kind of
where do you place it?
along like the wall where the
The door is?
Yeah, like near where the door is, just so it can kind of wrap it and just take it away.
All right, you pile it
away
up.
from the wall.
It looks like if you crouch down, it's enough for you guys to like actually like, it's big enough to hold a person who's crouching. The tree, you watch as the face kind of like grunts, and you hear buckling as the tree starts to warp around it. And he goes, "Okay, move stuff away."
All right, now I try and pull the.
Athletics grew on it.
I'm gonna help you.
Give me a hand here. 15.
Working on it. 21.
Oh, oak trees are heavy.
It's a big voice.
With some assistance, you both push the bags away.
Oh!
And there's now a crouching size hole for you guys to walk through.
After you, Captain.
You got it. I make my way through.
All right, you make it through.
Crouching.
You make it through. It's starting to close up on itself.
Oh, hurry up!
Yep, I'm gonna head through as well. Just as fast as I can.
Acrobatics check.
All right. 23.
You felt the wood warping around you as you were going through, but you kind of just like stuck the landing and got out just in time as it closed up.
It was like being born again, except my mama was a tree.
Well, with that, you guys are across from the giant tree. The door is busted open as there's a giant root that looked like it just bashed inside of it.
All right, so what are we looking at inside this room here? This room that we were unable to enter previously.
That looks like a person's flat.
Huh, somebody lived here.
Well, he did say that the guy had his own personal quarters here. The gardener.
Yep, there's a bunch of knickknacks and other sort of like valuables on the wall. A little bit of trophies, some paperwork, some recognition about the location that you're in. Some more research notes.
Where's the area that looked barricaded?
That would be down here.
Ah, okay. Ah, good, he is dead.
So now comes the time for you guys to tell me what you're going to do while rifling around in here.
Well, I'm going to examine this man's footlocker.
All right, you open the footlocker. There are 2 leather-bound books that have a list of materials to make the tonic and the dissolvent.
Add that to the pile of books I have.
Along with that
Recipes.
are 4 bars of ruby.
Wow.
4 bars of ruby.
Yep. And a pair of gloves.
These gloves seem mundane or magical.
You'd have to put them on to find out.
What if I get an arcanic check? I'm not great at them, but...
You can roll it.
Eloy, do you have, identify?
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought I'd check.
Bards get very few spells known, so.
Well, that is pretty good for my, considering I have a -1, that is a 15. I was trying to see if there's, like, anything magical about them at all.
You do feel a connection with, like, there are some greenery that's, like, sitting around in pots around you. While holding the glove and you look at it, you almost feel like there's a sort of connection while wearing it. You somehow now have, like, knowledge of, like, how this thing grows, how it, like, reacts to certain things. You're getting, like, unknown knowledge to seep in that almost feels common.
Well, I haven't been cursed in a bit. I put on the gloves.
You now have the gardener's hands. These allow you to have a +5 to nature checks.
Ooh.
And your thumb has become quite green.
Gardener's hands.
I head on over and investigate the gardener's corpse. I want to see if I can figure out the cause of death.
Since we see him laying in the bed there.
Yep. Medical check.
Oh man, medical's not something I'm good at, and I got a bad roll. 4.
No bones about it. This skelly's dead.
We've got a corpse over here.
I'm proficient in medicine. I'll give it a try.
Did I get a +4 to nature checks with that?
5.
Oh, +5.
Wow.
21 on that medical check.
Boy was scorched to death.
Ooh, we got another burning boy here.
Someone out here is making everybody extra crispy, and I don't know what's We haven't met anyone who seems capable of such a
I
thing.
want you to roll me a investigation check one more time, Eloy.
11.
There's something metal right next to him. It's inside the bed, like underneath the pillow casing.
I'm gonna take out my short sword and try and like
Fish it out.
yeah, fish it out without touching it.
That is a very actually wise idea because you pulled out one of the vampire rings.
Oh boy, I think these guys was vampies.
Wait, this guy was a vampire?
No, it was next to him under the pillow casing.
So he was fucking a vampire.
Because inside the pillow pours out ash.
He was fucking a vampire.
Dirty vampire fucker. I'm glad you got scorched.
Easy now. We don't know the whole story. Maybe this vampire was fucking the gardener. This could have happened multiple ways. All we know now is that they're both dead. But vampires were involved.
Head, do you know anything about this? Like, I turn the head towards the corpse. There's been a lot of burnings going on.
It's frozen, dude.
You said it said hi to me before.
I was fluffing.
Oh, okay.
It is still a frozen head. I head over to the bookcase and investigate. 10.
10. There is, like, the fireplace and the stove as well, and that little keg next to the bear rug.
Mm-hmm.
And the couch, too.
I know there's stuff there, but I'm
So
I'm looking in this
you
bookshelf.
rolled a
10.
10. Let's see. You are finding a lot of paperwork about a lot of medical breakthroughs that this guy was trying to do.
Okay.
Apparently, his first wife died of a disease that the cure could have been cultivated if given enough time.
Mm-hmm.
So he's dedicated his life's work to making a tonic for plants to grow, so he could actually make the formula.
All right. I gather all these notes and just try and take anything that I'm deeming like this seems like it will do some herbalist or medicine man good if I give it to him.
The
later.
only thing that struck out at you when you read that is that he had more than one wife.
Okay.
Because he did remarry.
Did he have? Does he have any like blank sheets of paper over there, like a blank journal?
He has one that he was making. He has a recreational journal that he was doing for himself, and that wasn't paperwork.
All right.
That one has a few pages missing.
I'm gonna tear out a few other pages of it, some blank pages, and I'm going to take a little time while everybody else is working around and copy down the notes for the plant reviver. Like write down the recipe in my own hand.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Not my swiftest stat, but it is when I get a nat 20.
You copy it word for word.
All right.
Figure these notes might
Hold it
do
up.
some. Figure these notes might, sell for a good price out in the market. If I say we've got some notes straight from the Acropolis, some people on the street will probably want to read those.
Are you gonna fucking sell this back to the Ring of Mortals?
Hell yeah,
Fuck
I
yeah.
What do you think I'm doing with this copy? I'm going to claim that it's my idea.
Oh, all right, okay, that's even better. Well, I don't know. I don't know what would sell better, being like, this is from the place where all of the hallowed mines are, or, yo, I'm just some genius who's got a great idea.
I have a sample, and I have
That's true.
the notes.
You have samples.
Where were you when
over-
Dagon became a snake oil salesman?
Hey, this is not
It
snake
works.
oil. It works. This is real stuff. This is real science we're
This
working
is
with.
Fey
here.
oil, if anything.
Not Fey oil. This is angel oil. This is extract of
Or,
angel.
or yeah, I guess it's not the Fey Wilds that's up here. It's something else. I just went through the bookshelf, so if someone else wants to look at something, so I'm not just jumping to thing going, I look at this, I look at this, I look at this.
Yeah, I'll take a look around the stove area.
Dagon's had a day. He's just going to take his time to write this shit down and relax a little.
You look in the stove. It looks like there was a pie being made in here, but there's mushrooms growing out of it.
Oh. Unless it was
kind
a
of
mushroom pie.
They are very, very bulbous red cap mushrooms growing out of the pie.
Do they appear to be an intentional part of the dish or just something that grew in there after it was abandoned?
Something grew after abandoned.
Okay.
Though you've
Mushrooms of
never
enlargement.
seen these mushrooms before. This is, unless you roll a knowledge nature check and shut me the fuck up, you've never seen these mushrooms before.
I mean, I'll give it a try, but... well, with a 19.
Well, you found a shredder cap. These things are known to making the inside of any like placed in any medical area that actually is supposed to like congeal blood or to make it stronger. It's almost like a cauterize, a magical cauterize, but when you do so, it creates an extra layer of skin underneath, so it almost acts like a bark skin spell.
Huh.
So that's a good alchemic ingredient.
Yeah, I'll see if I can't use my short sword to kind of scrape some off into a vial.
That will be, well, with your knowledge nature check, I can say you're able to pluck them easily.
Okay.
You just watch as he pulls out this gnarly looking red mushroom.
Ew.
How many of these mushrooms does he get?
He gets 4.
Nice.
4 shredder cap mushrooms.
And there's a couple of bottles of rum up on the top, like 2 or 3. We have a few batches of cooking oil. It looks like there's some spoiled meat that was sitting on here. There was a receipt for something called the, there's a receipt from somewhere from the Hunters of the Darkwood. This guy apparently was trying to cook a meal. Not only was he making a pie, but he was also making something that had to do with bear meat. Which is fucking strange, because how is he gonna get bear meat up this fucking place?
Obviously from the Darkwood.
Mm-hmm. Dark bear wood meat.
The stove itself looks like it's also made of like a really, really sturdy, like hefty wood. It does look like it was like laminated or like sealed over with something to make it polished. There is one little shelf on the inside, and inside that shelf are a couple of utensils. If you were to pick these up, they're made of silver, so it might scrap you some money.
Just some extra silverware.
Yep.
When we walked in, did you say that there were like valuables adorned somewhere? Or did I mishear that?
That was on the bookshelf.
Oh, okay.
Like little various things, like,
Just little
hey,
trinkets.
here's a paperweight in the shape of an owl, or something like that.
Is there? I'll just do an investigation again. Is there anything that I think would look particularly valuable, say to the folks in the Mortal Ring? I got a 5. Set this dice aside. It's
You
been
just
getting
see a
all bad
shit
rolls
ton of
today.
books, a lot more notes. I mean, if you want, you could probably like pick up some books that weren't written on and sell them back for a hefty price.
Okay. He leaves them. He takes the notes that he pulled from earlier and is just like, this should be good enough.
Yep.
Stuffs it in his bag.
The only thing that's left here that you guys haven't looked at that's clearly visible is the keg and the couch and the furnace.
I'm sitting on the couch. Would I notice anything while I'm sitting on it?
You look at the furnace.
I'm on the couch.
Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation, that is a 19. Looks like this man left the remote in the cushions or something.
You feel something in the cushions. It's
Oh.
making the couch lumpy.
It's really uncomfortable. I'm trying to write notes. I flip open the, I toss the couch.
You flip over the couch. There are a few metal armbands that have the Lamprey Dogma symbol on it.
Interesting. I pull them out. Hey, this might be of interest.
Check it out.
Metal bracelets. It almost looks like what the band is when you fought a couple of the dudes. Some of their armbands had pictures of the Lamprey Dogma on it, inscribed in metal. That's what's here.
Well, I think we've found, if it wasn't clear already, where some of these problems stemmed from. I thought it was already really odd that the gardener would suggest bringing in some of this fey mist or whatever to help his plants grow and talk. And now I'm starting to think that this might have been part of the plan to just cause chaos in here with how things have gone.
Quite possibly. I can't imagine that the vampires themselves would enjoy the, breathing in the air of celestial energies.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking I don't know if this guy was loyal to the cause or some sort of thrall and maybe not a
Hey,
vampire
Ezra.
himself.
Roll me a con save as you're investigating these.
11, I think. Yes.
11. There's a needle on the inside of the bracelet, and on it is some more of that tonic of the dissolvent that's leaking on the inside of the bracelet.
Oh, okay. Don't touch these bracelets. There's some.
It looks like they were self-injecting themselves with the dissolvent.
We've this was
like a odd choice.
This looks like it was some sort of delivery mechanism to inject this stuff. Let's maybe not try not to touch those if you can.
Well, think of it this way. The trees were scared of the fact that you were putting it in front of them, and it does kill them. And apparently they said the tonic has something to do with Celestial. Because it's raw extract of Celestial.
Well, the good one maybe, but maybe this one is pure necrotic energy? I mean, plants would hate that. It's relatively dehydrating.
Ugh.
Is this like a suicide button? But they already have the fire rings for those.
And you found the ring inside the pillow.
Yeah, it already worked on the pile of ash that was sitting in the bed. Hold on, you said there was like a keg?
Yes.
Oops.
A stove or something. Or no, not a keg.
There's a keg,
Furnace.
the keg, and then the furnace.
Yeah, I'm gonna open up kind of peep into the keg and see what's in there. Like fucking.
You open up the keg. When you flip it over, when you open up the latch, on the inside of the latch, it looks like there's a couple of stray bottles in there. Roll me a investigation check.
16.
There is a bottle that is not filled with liquid, and the cork is unscrewed.
All right, well,
You pull it out. Everyone can see it plain as day. There's a rolled up piece of paper on the inside of the bottle.
Ooh, a message in a bottle. I take out I pour it out, I guess.
Or you could just,
Whatever.
yeah, you get the.
Yeah, but then you don't get to keep the bottle.
Exactly.
That's fair. You
This might be a very valuable.
pop out the message and you read it. It's no longer safe here. With the mist rolling in, there's no way that we can be housed here any longer. Meet us in the Darkwood before the Celestials come out the mist.
Well, this guy was definitely in cahoots. We've I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is more or less a.
Oh, and it also says do not fear of my husband. He's none the wiser.
We've got some husband and wife betrayal here, and a little bit of. Well, it seems some intrigue and meeting in the Darkwood before Celestial nonsense kicks in, which.
So it sounds like, if I'm putting two and two together here, a vampire seduced him and, moved up here with him.
Yeah.
Either that or they
Sabotaged
vampirized
everything.
his wife.
One or the other. I'm willing to bet this one seems a little more plausible than, turning her. Well, I guess they could have turned her. She could have been with him and then been offered something better.
Roll me a knowledge check.
And then if they were doing that, then maybe, I don't know, maybe she also happened to, I don't know where I'm going with this.
I got a 17 in my knowledge check. How am I putting this?
She would have fucking disintegrated if that was the case.
If she was a vampire living up here.
If she was a vampire living up here, anything celestial would have killed her if introduced to the body.
Yeah.
Okay, so perhaps she was offered immortality in exchange for something. Maybe that seemed good to her.
Either way, regardless of what motives and exactly how they did it, it's pretty clear that this is where, if not all the chaos started, a big chunk of things is where it went wrong, and the Darkwood was the meeting place once things got a little too hot inside. So,
Something tells me we're about to roam right into it.
I have a feeling that's where we're going to be going at some point. Regardless of how this turns out, the Darkwood seems like a key point, and where some folks might be meeting up.
So you guys gonna head upstairs?
Yep, Dagon's going to kick
yeah.
his feet off the table after he's finished his notes. We're going to head up those stairs if there's nothing of interest in this other
Just some
stand over
broken
here.
pieces of wood and everything.
All right.
At this point, we can take a break.
All right. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the table. There, see? Full break.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Good break.
Natural.
Natural break for the natural wonders.
That's the only kind of break I can take, Lanny.
So,
Really is.
There are unnatural breaks?
Yes.
I'm sure there are.
So I notice we aren't crawling no more. What do we see as we walk up these stairs?
You are going down a very, very large staircase that just leads upwards. You've been kind of climbing up these stairs for, like, at least 5 minutes now. But so far, like, nothing bad's been happening. You still have, like, those little crystals that hang off the wall that give off the bioluminescence instead of torchlight. But that's about the only thing that's different. The flooring you're on is complete stone, and it looks like there are doors that, like, each time you go up a floor, there's a door to the side of you, but each time you can't open them.
Locked.
Yep, just locked doors. Like,
Locked.
real fake doors, like the Gordon Freeman.
I investigate. So the doors are all locked, you said?
The doors are all locked, but they're numbered. Like, they also have, like, little etchings on them to state, like, this person lives here, or this person lives here.
Okay, so
these look like
addresses.
So they're like apartments, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. As you keep climbing up the stairwell, you finally start seeing, like, more brass and a little bit of, like, sunlight peek in from the top.
Think we're past the cloud line, possibly.
Well, we're definitely getting higher and higher up in this tower, at least.
Oh, there's so many fucking stairs.
Well, it is. They want to get as close to the divine, I guess, as they can.
And I'm climbing that
We-
stairway.
We left
to
divines
heaven.
downstairs.
Oh, but. Who goes that? Oh. Hello.
That was from above you. It's the next floor up. You heard the voices from upstairs.
Be there in a sec. We've been walking upstairs for like
We'll
10
be right
minutes.
up. There's some trouble below. I start huffing it up the stairs.
The moment you say there's trouble below, you watch as like 4 sun guard just like start running down the stairs to meet you guys.
Oh, God.
Thank goodness. Okay. From the beginning. Hi. We're here. We have a very important audience with the king that we're trying to get to. We walked through a teleporter downstairs, and it put us very, very far down.
The trees are really crazy down there, screaming something about a Durham Lockwood.
Yeah, there's like a kind of a. That was actually later. First, there's a bunch of troglodytes deeper down in the water filtration system.
Here's one of them.
I
I
think
turn.
I think we managed to get rid of most, if not all of them, at the very least.
Sir, please relax. We just want to make he looks you over. He notices you're not like you're as long as you're not a feral celestial, we don't mind. Please, let's take you upstairs. You probably
Okay.
There's been a lot of malfunctions with a lot of the portals. You are very lucky to be alive. Please let us escort you back to the surface.
Absolutely,
Notice,
sir.
thank you.
We follow wherever they.
We
direct us.
would like to get your testimony, but if you say you are supposed to be meeting someone up here, we will make sure we have the proper channels to find who you're looking for.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, we were traveling with Oso.
But fun fact, the stonky donk word for hello literally translates to "you are very lucky to be alive."
It's a vague greeting we all give each other.
Are you mean the turtle, the turtle that is the one of the prince's oh geez, one of the prince's
Attendance.
Yes,
Advisors.
thank you.
Yeah, no, we were talking with him, and he bid us go through one of the teleporters, and it plopped us somewhere he did not expect.
Yes, we got separated from some of our crew as well. They
Oh,
went
yes,
through
we-
before us.
We actually had them holed up in the tavern near the cathedral.
Oh, good. Then
At least some of them. There was only 2 that made it through.
Then our... Wait.
which 2? Do you know who it was?
We believe it's an elf girl. It's two elven girls.
There
of
were
nature,
3 elven girls.
One of nature and one of the ocean.
All right, then it looks like
Poor Frida's lost somewhere.
yeah, sounds like Frida didn't end up with them.
Well, and Frank.
No, or Frank or
And Mr.
Mr.
Large.
Large.
I mean, I'm sure he'll be fine. He's very resourceful. Poor Frank, though. Poor Franklin. He's probably dead.
Oh, so
We don't know that.
we don't know that.
I have faith in Franklin.
Oso was went back to the palace to see if they could find some way to fix the malfunction. However, there was someone who was waiting down here on his behalf to find someone of your. He looks over to Eloy. Yes, you fit the description. It's quite all right. One of the prince's new assistants, a fawn woman.
Oh, I have a feeling we might know who that is. If it's Lady Calliope at all.
Indeed.
Well, then yes, she'll recognize us for sure. Could you please let me know which way we need to go?
Well, they usher you outside. You are now in a You pretty much look around you, and it's almost like, remember when the bubble was showing off that like you couldn't pass through? You are in a giant floating ring around what looks like a giant, like in the middle of it is a giant batch of dark wood that goes all the way up to the sky, and above that is more stone, almost like it's holding it up. You are just above the cloud line. This entire location looks like it's a top of metropolitan cities sitting on top of the clouds. You are in the Lord's Tower.
Well, these are some nice digs. You said the rest of our crew would be at the tavern?
Yes, they escort you over. They escort you over to the Cerberus Eye.
By the way, the gardener downstairs and everyone else appear to be dead.
Yes, we tried to evacuate as many people as we possibly could, but unfortunately the fog rolled in just over them and we saw no more other survivors come out. It is far too dangerous for anyone to be walking into the mist before it dissipates.
Well, we fear there may be vampires involved.
I present the note that we found. We found this among the gardener's things as we were trying to escape.
If you have any whereabouts on his wife, she's suspect number one, we believe, in at least his murder.
And it also sounds like the Darkwood might have been a meeting place, so...
We wouldn't be surprised about that, sir. The Darkwood is pretty much the final location of land that is actually natural to the mountain before you head upwards.
It also sounds pretty foreboding, if I'm being honest.
Well, let us get you to a tavern. I'm sure you need the rest and drink as much
Yes,
as possible.
thank you.
It would be much appreciated.
They take you into a tavern. It is full, like, this is a fancy, like, this place is lit up with, like, golden emblems everywhere. This place just shines bright with Selima's grace. Although you can smell, like, all the alcohol in here. It's a very nice and earthy and homey smell. The fireplace is roaring just fine. It's like a giant pit that almost looks like it shouldn't exist, but, like, some celestial blue flame is kindling this fireplace. Everyone's sitting around it on pillows, drinking their stuff and sitting at a table. You make it inside. There is a round of guards sitting over at one of the tables. You actually see Oso sitting there discussing with someone. There's Jillian and there's Charlotte sitting at the table as well, talking it up with a bunch of other guards. Sitting next to her, you have never seen this woman before, but there is a fawn woman who is completely dressed up in a very regal gown. It's almost it has like a little bit of a flowing veil to it. That
For
goes
flavor,
down.
is this the gown that Wake bought her?
It's part of it.
Okay.
Excuse me.
No worries.
Just log that away.
I made a big deal about making sure we got that thing.
No, it's etched into it, but it looks like it takes up most of the outfit more than it does everything else to it.
Okay.
It's like shoulder pads that kind of like have another veil that go around it. There is also another gentleman sitting next to them, a very large and very fuzzy gentleman, and I'd like to bring him in.
I don't know. Do we have room for large fuzzy people?
You don't what? Do you want me to just bring my character sheet? Oh yeah, sure, you can.
You might want to bring a chair as well.
Yep. This will be adjusted for accordingly next week. Ah, there he is.
Now I'm
My, you're
closer.
so large and fuzzy.
Now I'm closer to you. How you guys doing?
Get all nice and friendly. Like.
Why don't you go ahead and describe who is sitting at the table right now with the rest of these folk?
Yep, sorry. I believe these are yours. Okay. Am I good? All right. Oh, kidoki, artichokes. Hey, guys.
Hello. Who are
Ladies
you?
and gentlemen, live studio Brian.
Oh! Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, go ahead and describe.
Okay.
Yeah, that mic should be live.
Yeah, this one should be live. Okay. I am Keldamov, a woolly Loxodon Tempest Cleric, fully adorned in full plate armor, wielding a rune-etched hammer.
Inside this cat tavern?
Yep.
Just wielding this hammer?
just sitting next to him. This man is taking up, like, most of the chair. Most of the bench that he's sitting at right now. Everyone turns and looks to you. Calliope notices you guys first. She notices you too and starts like waving you down like, wow, I can't, wow, you actually are okay. Are you guys okay? She like runs over like all worried about you guys.
Hey! Well,
she like grabs your arms and just like, holy shit, I can't believe you're here. This is amazing.
it's great to see a familiar face, Calliope. It's been a bit of a walk to get here. I'm sorry if we're a little distracted. By the way, this is Dagon. He's
Huxley,
traveling
Dagon Huxley.
Oh, nice to meet you. She like takes her hand down and like shakes it. Nice to meet you.
I shake her hand.
Oh, you must be a new member of Mr. Lockwood's merry band of adventurers and circus folk?
We haven't been able to do that as much lately, but yes.
As I understand, it's a trial period. But
Yeah, more or less. This is Calliope. We helped her in her village back in Venin Island a while back. They had a Wendigo problem, and we had a Wendigo solution.
And now I'm one of the ambassadors to the whole kingdom.
Impressive.
At least for Venin Island, anyway. But still, it's a really cool idea. It's a really cool gig.
You're coming up in the world.
I can't believe it. It's all thanks to you guys to introducing me to Miss Serple, but unfortunately, she's with the prince right now. We've been having trouble with all the teleporters, right, Mr. Keldemoff?
Indeed. The portals have been very finicky as of late.
We noticed.
It seems like a problem.
Glad to see you gentlemen have made it unscathed, relatively.
We'll go with that.
You
Questions.
notice there's blood dripping down Dagon's mouth.
I was going to ask, is there any form of compensation for something like this? I don't want to, push any buttons or anything, but...
I look over and just like, well, my distinguished friend here is trying to stay.
It was a harrowing adventure.
It was quite the trial to get here. I understand if this you probably have a lot of situations you're dealing with, so if there's any sort of compensation, we don't need it right away.
I'm just saying something as simple as, room and board while we are...
Yeah, but if we could have a night to sleep somewhere just to get a little bit of this pain off our backs.
Oh, so it's looking to you guys. Well, unfortunately, it looks like that's what we're all going to have to be dealing with. All the portals are completely off. We have no access to the palace right now, except for climbing, and that's at the complete center of the Darkwood.
Which, funny enough, sounds like the Darkwood might be a place of conspiracy and some backstabbery. We found this note. I presented to the table.
Kelmov, they give you a manifest and a bunch of evidence claiming that there are some vampires that have done some chicanery and are looking to do so in the Darkwood.
The audacity. This close to the palace.
Question: Do we have any? Is it Selamites? People, followers of Selima, around?
Salimanders?
What? I like that one.
Sillimanders.
Are you
There we
talking
go.
about
I like the
cult?
silly men.
Well, what exactly are you trying to ask for?
Okay, so we may have, in our haste, accidentally, not on purpose, there was a window and it had Selima on it. And I'm afraid we might have made her mad. And if there's like a special apology prayer that we can do.
I'm sorry, he's really scared of the divine. So if there's anything like that he can do to placate perhaps Selima, just let him know.
What do you mean? Where exactly did you boys end up that
We punched a hole in a window in a greenhouse area about, I want to say, a 7-minute walk down a huge fucking flight of stairs.
It was that close to the Lord's Tower.
Oh, yes, and the gardener, the head gardener down there, I do believe his wife is involved in the conspiracy, as that note would dictate.
Also, just a side note, there may have been some celestial extract that the plants seem to have found a way to drink. I don't know. They were talking about a darum something or other, but it seems real bad down there.
It's quite overgrown.
You watch as Charlotte kind of just looks at you like, Captain, isn't that the name of
We don't... it's very coincidental.
I have no idea what sort of connection it could have been. All I know is I heard the name Darum whispered about by the plants.
Charlotte kind of just shrinks, just like, okay.
It's probably a very common name.
Also, you may have trace amounts of unicorn blood in your water.
Yes,
Now.
found this fellow. Is he thawed yet?
Yep, he's not thawed, but he produces a troglodyte head before you.
You also had a
Like,
slight infestation of these.
Oso and Calliope kind of like cringe, just like, whoa, what the fuck is that?
Oh, it's dead, I thought.
Sorry, we didn't want to bring this near
Mostly dead.
near a table where people might consume food at one point, but it's urgent, urgency and all that.
Apparently these two are familiar with them, but
Yeah, we've had run-ins with them in the past. They were at the bottom of the ocean, so how they got here is kind of a wonder in itself. But you know, they may have consumed unicorn blood at some point and cursed with immortality, and they may have fallen into your water filtration system as we were trying to fight our way through them. So there might be some problems at some point.
Keldamoff, I'm quite concerned. Is there nothing that any of our clerics or anyone can do to stop the haste of this curse? What do you suggest?
Well, we should probably get the Sun Guard up to speed with what is going on. We need to get those portals back up and running.
Yes, but unfortunately there hasn't been much of anyone who's able to find out if any of the portals do work, and I dread for any person to have to wander into the Darkwood and climb up the staircase to go into the sanctums.
Well, it looks like we don't really have a choice. Well, I suppose we should let everyone rest and then possibly do a small excursion into the Darkwood and see if we can get topside.
Yeah, if you and a bunch of Sun Guard want to go into the Darkwood and see what's in there, that sounds like a really good idea.
we'll handle the resting part.
Keldamoff just gives that typical, like, growl that elephants make.
Okay.
Well, Mr.
Maybe we're not ready to joke yet.
Oso kind of just looks to you guys. Yes, as I mentioned before, this is Keldamoff. He's a very decorated soldier, and he's going to be in the coronation and be appointed to be the new King's Guard.
Oh, congratulations.
Much appreciated.
We really, really hoped that the portals would be working, but we don't. We'll try to at least get some people in on the situation. But for now, please sit down and rest. If you have any needs or requirements, please let us know. He also kind of like looks to the Sun Guard and like kind of just like tries to motion them to like take down as much information as they possibly can.
Well,
How much more do you want to divulge to them?
Ezra tells them. Okay, the thing. It'd be easier to tell you the things Ezra's gonna leave out on purpose.
Yeah.
He's not going to mention at all that I think we've all taken vials of that celestial extract. That will not be mentioned.
Nor that any samples of it exist.
Yeah. Actually, they won't mention that stuff at all. Just that there's, something has gotten into something that has made
experimental elixir.
Yeah, some experimental elixir has made these creatures grow. The plants have overgrown considerably, and that troglodytes were down there that we managed to fight off and seemed to fend off most of them, but it looked like that the shop owners down there weren't so lucky. Yeah.
Keldamoff, I need you to make me a perception check.
Okay.
Here you are.
Thank you. Oh, Jeebus. Okay.
We'll get you a set of dice in a little bit.
Yeah,
I have a spare D20 if you'd like it.
Yeah, I don't want to make a lot of
Clattering
Thank
with
you.
the big heavy one.
And you said perception?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be plus a 3.
Hey.
So 21.
All of these guys have this weird glow to them in all of their backpacks. They all have the same similar light blue glow that just emanates from different points in their body, almost like it's a small piece of something that is generating tiny sources of light.
Yeah, if we're talking about these crystals, mine's in a bag around my belt.
So, and I'm more than certain you caught that Charlotte kind of shut the fuck up the moment that there was a little bit of warbleness in the conversation.
Okay. I'm going to kind of flavor this a bit. All right. Keldamoff. Oh, thank you.
Hey!
Whole bag of dice.
It's a whole bag. So Keldamoff uses his storm hammer to help himself up, revealing that he is missing his entire left arm and his left tusk is damaged. He kind of uses it as somewhat of a crutch to help him get balanced. All right. Show me the contraband, you three.
Contraband,
He
sir.
just gives you this biggest dad look out of an elephant, man. You know.
Come on. Put it on the table.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It completely slipped my mind. I rummaged through my things. Sleight of hand. The vials, I'm going to put significantly deeper in my bag and just cover them with things. With that, I get a 21.
Insight.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be perception to catch that?
Yeah, you know what? Fine. That's fair. That's
No,
fair.
there's already a D4 there. So
I mean, it's the same.
perception
It's
again?
the same
Yeah.
All right.
stat, but
So that's a 13 this time.
You are unable to see that he's rummaging through it, but he does look like he's sincere in getting the piece out of his bag.
So I push the vials and like bury them deeper into my things and just try and cover them with stuff and produce the 3 cleaning light crystals or whatever they were that we had found earlier. Here you go. I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about these being a problem. I had taken these as a light source since we were going deeper into the darkness.
Oh yeah, was that not okay? I was thinking of them as like portable bats, which was nice. But yeah,
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize this was an affront. Here you go.
I open up the satchel that was on my side, seeing that they're doing it, just kind of dump it on the table. My 3 crystals.
Mr. Lockwood, was it?
Yes.
Need I remind you that
Captain Lockwood, sir.
Thank you,
your
Dagon.
tongue extinguished?
There's the racism.
I've got my own set of problems.
I don't know. You seem all right.
you should have seen the other guy though, right? Am I right? Am I right? Did the other guy? Is he still alive,
he
or,
ain't got
or
a
did you
left
kill
arm.
him off?
At this point, you are now in the company of pirates. This is what you now realize.
Oh my gods.
I'm sensing some tension.
Captain Lockwood, does that suffice?
Yes, thank you.
This is just a friendly reminder that you are in the present company of the King's Guard and the Sun God. If I find out you are hiding something from us, there will be problems.
And I assure you, sir, this is all I took, and it was entirely by mistake. I apologize.
2 words, Captain.
Deception of 25, by the way, on that
Okay.
comment.
So that's going to be insight against that?
Yep.
This is why I made all my extra things in deception.
19. That is 21 again.
All right. He beats you out.
All right.
Again, at this point, you're sitting there thinking to yourself, well, there are so many people that vouch for these folk, and the fact that they actually were able to escape the offendium without much trouble, they are useful, and they are here to deliver a message. Though that's the thing, is that you guys didn't deliver the more important message, that Oso is looking to you guys just like, there is something else, Master Keldamov, that they have something to explain that is quite dire that we may need to discuss.
You mean you didn't tell him? You mean you didn't tell him already? What have you been doing up here?
No, Oso like looks to you just like, he like shrinks a little bit. He's like, oh yes, I may have forgotten to mention in my haste in trying to at least get myself through the portal.
There seems to be a conspiracy for an attempt on the king's life, and we've come to thwart it, or at least warn everybody we can to in an attempt to thwart it. We found this note, and I again pointed the letter we had with the. We think that this is where the conspiracy was being held, and more discussed. But there are vampires afoot. We've been told many times that they're seeking the soul of the king, and that just seems like bad news for everybody.
Know that Captain Ezra Lockwood's natural wonders would not have withheld this information. We just simply assumed that it would have been transferred.
This information was brought up to.
Did I not mention that? You like look at the tottering old turtle look at you.
Hey, I kind of get in, but I understand that things have gone a little awry. Nothing's exactly going as planned. It's not right.
It's a hectic day. Sure, sometimes you forget the plot on the king's life. I get it.
Yeah, it's real unfortunate.
What time is it? Oso looks way more decrepit than usual.
What happened to you?
He's been away from the prince too long.
Do we need to climb him up the tower ourselves or something?
We need to at least get the portals working and get him back to the prince.
I apologize, Oso. Ezra kind of comes in, puts a reassuring hand on her shoulder. I didn't realize what distance from the prince would mean to you. Yes, I'm sorry. We thought he would have explained this whole situation to you earlier. I didn't realize this was a concern.
It's all right.
Ezra's joking composure goes to a very sincere and genuine, like, look, okay, we've been dicking around for a bit, but yeah, there's some real problems coming up. I thought you knew.
It is on, like, go. Oh, sorry,
I was about to
go ahead.
say, while I appreciate the information you have given me, and I apologize for my aggression earlier, but as you can see, there is a bit of chaos in the upper parts of this.
Yeah, there's some
ivory
chaos.
tower.
There's some chaos below too. That's kind of what's throwing us all here.
Clearly.
Like Jillian kind of like looks to you guys. Well, would there, like, if the Darkwood is that dangerous, is there nothing in there that might be interfering with any of these things? I mean, you guys, from what we've been told, this entire place, like, well, at least what Charlotte here has told us, there's something sleeping in the center. Roll a knowledge history with disadvantage.
Okay. Let me just make sure. Knowledge history. Disadvantage. Okay. Wow, that's glorious. A 7.
Oh. You remember that there have been tellings of this, but it's only been like from rumors from the Ring of Mortals. But now that someone from the Ring of Mortals is coming up and that's becoming way more of a common thing, it's kind of impressive that you don't know about it.
I knew and heard of some hearsay from the Ring of Mortals, and I just shrug it off. But from what you gentlemen have told me, I am willing to believe anything at this point. Gentlemen, rest up. I could use some extra set of hands when we go into the Darkwood.
Well, I suppose we should spare some, and besides, I am a little thankful today that a member of the new King's Guard is buying us all a drink!
Oh wow, yeah.
Wonderful!
That would be.
Oh, you're great!
Really? Are you? You can see like Charlotte and Jillian just like look up to you like, are you? And then there's Calliope.
Just my trunk.
Such a kind gesture.
3 cheers for our new friend! Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip! Ah, drinks on him!
Domestic, nothing imported.
And that's where we'll stop the session for now.
A new member has joined the crew. Interim though it may be, we shall find out next time at the table. But before we go, we got some fan art to show off. It's called the Fan Art Showcase. That's the,
Yeah, should
That
be
is
the
the
top
scene.
scene there. There you
There
go.
we go.
Yay!
all right,
And then
let
just
me,
do them one by one.
yeah, we'll be going from
start
number
from
one.
one. Yep,
one
start from one.
and upwards. Let me just get to the page I need to get to in order to read these off a proper. Once it loads, there we go. Go ahead and click number 1 for me there.
Hey.
Bam! Number 1 we have here by Abram_Amari. We have basically the battle between the Dragonborn man and
Oh, is that
Almorad.
Almorad?
yeah, Almorad.
Ooh,
Mars
fire
and
genie.
Almorad.
Ooh, a fight of what could have been. I like that.
Or what could still be. We aren't down there for this.
Yeah, hey, we dropped them off.
Yeah, they got their own things going on. But thank you kindly, Abram_Amari, Mr. Lonely Art. Next up, by Void Monkey.
My little
So
wanders.
cute.
Yeah, Void Monkey, whose commissions are open. We got adorable little plushy wonders here. Stacked up. I love that Eloy's just on top like, hi guys.
I'm here too.
It's Build a Wonder.
Yeah, we got...
Build a wonder. I like that.
I also love that Onslow is just a literal alligator. And Tiny Scrung is super cute. This is
That's so
adorable.
precious.
You guys go back to fucking right, and there's him with like a rubber band around his mouth. They shut me up.
They told me I ain't allowed to hunt no more elephants. Thank you so much, Void Monkey, for this wonderful piece. It is adorable. Next up,
Ooh.
yeah, by Captain Gamer, CPT Gamer, yeah, abbreviated. We have Charlotte on deck doing some charting. Charting Charlotte.
Wow, that is dope.
amazing,
That is
yeah.
super dope. I love that.
I love
Yeah,
the
we
composition. It's very nice.
Yeah, we had a few pieces of these earlier for Dagon and a few of the other characters, but now we're getting some of the extended cast on this. They also have a few more angles of Charlotte and one of Calliope.
Oh.
Really cool. I look forward to more. Thank you so much, Captain Gamer.
My captain.
Yo.
Next up by Marvel Poison, we have Frida, the
Anime villain Frida.
yeah, she's missing. I don't know where she is.
Yep. I'm sure we can get into that as well
I'm
next
sure
week.
we'll figure that out.
I have a feeling we'll know eventually.
And then the Frida Nation attacked.
There it is.
Thank you so much, Marvel Poison. Absolutely wonderful. Next up, by Gita Zeke, we have some holiday wonders here. Dagon and Wake hanging off the back as Eloy and Pistachio guide Ezra's sleigh.
What pagan holiday is this?
Mary Damus.
Thank you so much, Gita Zeke, whose commissions are open. Next up, by Roseblood Wolf.
Bees, Ezra! Embrace the bees and become a beekeeper!
I don't like this.
Bees!
I love that he seems to be part of Organization 13 with this as well. just cause.
It's
So now
it's a reference to a Jellopocalypse video.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now I just need fucking dark. I need dark Eloy and regular Eloy. Hi, I'm Eloy. Hi, who are you? I am you, but stronger.
I am you, but with bees!
Bees!
Thank you so much, Roseblood Wolf.
Little did you know that if he joined the druidic ways, he would have learned to be a bee-mancer.
Bemanswered.
Next up,
Fuck!
by Scrap Paper 22. Guess who? It's Toodles.
Oh,
I
God.
work here now.
Oh, no.
The
Toodles.
sun guard's gonna get down there and see him with the plant.
You want my plants?
God told me to work here.
I did.
You just hear like the faint sound of a sword being dropped.
We have lovely orchids.
They just keep slaughtering him. He keeps coming back. 20 silver for a tulip.
I'm gonna love this because by the time like you guys get all your rest, the sun guard's gonna have so many fucking questions.
Oh, absolutely.
We also do arrangements for weddings.
Just stop poking me with the
I have like 5 rings. No.
Thank you so much, Scrap Paper 22. Loving it. Next up by SL True Shadow Lord, we got that ass that won't quit.
Won't quit.
Won't quit.
Yep, it just says won't quit.
When you've got Eloy on your team, you've got an ass that just won't quit.
It will not.
He never stops. He's unrelenting, this ass.
An unrelenting ass. Thank you so much, SL True Shadow Lord. Next up by MFS Arts, we have some Saturday Morning Wonders with a Mumja minion getting Nothing Personal Kid by Mr. Large. And you can't see it from here, but the sign that he's holding up just says, sorry.
Nice.
Thank you so much, MFS Arts.
What
Absolutely
happened
love
to Mr. Large? He's just sitting there. He's just like holding a wine glass, sitting heavy metal style on top of a corpse of dudes. It's fine. It's fine.
A throne of corpses. Here by Veranin, we have some Frida Gazamar as she is learning her ways.
I am very, very happy with how this came out because I love that it's showing Frida going through the ritual, in which I can't wait until we get to the next chapter because then she can divulge on like how that actually works and why people see it as evil, but in some case it's actually a form of purity. So there's gonna be a lot of lore dump in there.
All right. Well, this was by Veranin. Love the choice of colors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very Christmassy with that green and red.
Yeah.
There you go.
So thank you so much, Veranin.
So now you guys all know Chapter 5 is gonna be the lore dump episode.
And here by at Chris LD 101 Ify, we got some Happy Hinders Eloy.
Yeah.
Look at my new shoes.
Okay, now I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but from far away, it looks like a head crab.
I can see that with like the lurching.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Like I
Like
get
the
what I know what it is.
position.
The positioning,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of like promotional art of head crabs that are in that exact pose. So that's what got me. I
I'm
apologize.
just riding on a big head crab.
And last but not least, by letter D, 004.
Yeah.
They took it. Hey, chick, can you eat him? I was on, yeah, man. I general dang on that frog man there is gonna get him on underneath that dang old slurp some spell stuff, man. I'm gonna dang on old man, his little hobo friend, and gum him. Dang on, gonna dang a cram old dang on cream bub dead talking about that frog man, that dog man, hell man, even log man. Just stick it in, man.
Hey, chick, here what about the pocket sand? Pocket sand.
I can't do Dale.
That's not bad.
Dagon, I didn't know your sword could talk.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about this over date on my man. I was gonna talk about
Does
tell
that
you
make
what I'm gonna kill
Eloy
him, eat
fucking
him.
Hank?
God damn it, Ezra.
No, I'm sorry, Eloy.
Those wonders are all alabaster.
Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Well, that about does it for us this week. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time at the table. Woo! Peace out, Wonders.